Hi everybody, welcome very much to the channel. I'm here today to continue and hopefully finish the end game of Pokemon Soul Silver Hardcore Nuzlocke. But also today is the 26th of February. That means that Pokemon Day will be tomorrow. That also means that today we're gonna watch some videos about leaks, predictions, and what the community is expecting. So thank you very much for being here. Your support is greatly appreciated. I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions, and a whole bunch of individuality, creativity, and responsibility as well. Remember to believe in yourself and on all possibilities. And if you're watching on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch and on Kick, subscribe to the stream, follow the stream as well. If you're watching on Twitch, you can use your Twitch Prime to support the channel for free, and you can type in the chat !Discord to reach the Discord server and join the SOSU community. So, today we have a lot to do in Soul Silver, but we have a part that is optional, which is doing the rematches of the gym leaders of Kanto and then Johto. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna beat Blue, and then after we beat Blue, we can get access to the rematches. Now the rematches only happen in certain days of the week, but I was researching and I found a very easy way to reset or to change the time in the emulator. So we can do did I say remakes? No, the rematches, right? The problem is that the rematches are very interesting. The gym leaders are very interesting teams, but the level caps are lower. I think all the level caps are lower than what we are right now. So that would make two things happen. One, we have to limit ourselves to the level cap of said gym leader, which could be interesting to make us use all the Pokemon in our box. Or two, we'll just go with our current party, and then it will be a bit easier and perhaps a bit more boring. Then we could take the second route, which is beat Blue, do the rematch of the Elite Four, because I think that's the only way we can unlock Red, and then we'll do Red. I think today we're going to do a bigger stream, not a beater stream. But the thing is, we're going to do reacts as well. So I don't know about my energy. I was traveling today, doing some business trip with my girlfriend, but I think it's okay. I think I have energy today for more content and to do some reacts as well. And if you guys are supporting, everything is possible. Let's go, let's go. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Let's hydrate these leaves because we're going to be yapping. I really like this lipstick. It's Be Natural, the name. 100% natural lip balm, honey and vanilla, and it has a bunch of beeswax. You know, that's really important. That's why me and my girlfriend use a lot of those. No sponsor yet, so if you guys want to sponsor the stream, go ahead. I really love those. And it's the only lip balms that me and my girlfriend use. They have honey, they have cherry, they have strawberry, and they have, I think, mango flavor. It's pretty cool. So, Pokemon Soul Silver will wait for a little bit, because we have here a list of videos for us to use. To use now to see, as you can see. Oh, it's a bit cut here. Yoink. Also, wait, this is not the one. There you go. This is the one. Pokemon Day tomorrow will be at 2 p.m. my time. So I don't know if I start the stream with Pokemon Day or if I start the stream earlier and then we watch Pokemon Day. It will be best to start a bit earlier, like 2 hours early, so people can come in and we talk about it. Sorry about that. Oh, wait. All the it's so funny, all the badges are in there on the screen. Here we go. Come on. Organizing things on OBS here. Here we go. Perfect, perfect. So, as you can see, Pokemon Day, 2 p.m. United Kingdom, it's the same as me. So, here is your time to pay attention to when Pokemon Day will happen on your location. That's what we're going to be watching tomorrow. It will be very, very important. And here we have a bunch of videos of people that I usually watch. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. I really want to watch the video of, here we go, of Galarian Gold. Like I said before, it's one of my favorite Pokemon content creators when it comes to talking about theories or what's gonna happen next in the franchise. But also that we have here a good video over there. Everything you need to know before Pokemon Day 2026, Leagues Plus predictions. We're gonna start with that one. It's a smaller one, so let's go ahead and do so. Let's just close the game here, or Pokemon Soul Silver Nuzlocke. A beautiful adventure. It's super cool, the Pokemon Soul Silver Hardcore Nuzlocke, because it's a big game, but it's not super stressful. It has its moments. It's usually pretty chill, right? So here we go. Let's watch this video by A-Drive. So everybody watching right now, go to A-Drive's YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and enjoy the video. Make sure to watch his video on his channel as well. This is a video about his predictions slash leaks for Pokemon Day 2026. Let's give it a go.
They revealed Scarlet and
Hold on. Needs to be louder. Louder! Pump it louder!
Violet in 14 minutes. 2024, they revealed Legends Yay in under 13. 2025, they gave us Champions in a 19-minute presentation. This Friday, they have 25 minutes.
Oh, interesting point. So the other, or the most recent Pokemon Day presents were short. The last one in 2025 was 19 minutes, so it's not that short. But this time around 25 minutes. What will they show us? That's good information. Good point, A-Drive, right there.
It's the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, and this could be the single most important Pokemon presents in the history of the franchise. Gen 10, Pokemon Champions, Pokopia, Fire Red Leaf Green, and maybe, just maybe, some surprises nobody's expecting. Today, I'm breaking down everything we know, everything that's been leaked, and everything that I think might be coming for this Pokemon Presents.
I'm not really excited for the Leaf Green and the Fire Red games, and I think it shouldn't be counted as something like as good, like not good in terms of quality, but good as in terms of quantity content for Pokemon Day. I think it's really just an appetizer from the even from the Pokemon company perspective. I think they announced it earlier, people got excited, and then the big things will come in the present.
This is your ultimate Pokemon Day 2026 survival guide. Let's go! We are just a few days away from the Pokemon Presents Showdown, so make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new, you do not want to miss it. We are doing a live watch party right here at 8 a.m. Eastern Time on the 27th, this Friday, on my live stream, so don't you dare miss
Watch my stream though, guys. Just joking.
out. Now let's
Okay,
start with
go.
what we know for sure.
That's a cool meme, actually, very funny. The Pukubayuku scratching the thinking face of Electrode.
No leaks, no rumors, let's just talk facts. The Presents airs on Friday, February 27th at 6 a.m.
Yeah,
Pacific.
yeah,
or
we
9
know
a.m.
that, we
Eastern.
know that.
You can watch it with me at 8 a.m. on my YouTube and Twitch channel.
Nah, he's gonna be early though. He's gonna be early at 8 a.m. For me, it's 2 p.m. Spiritual.
Now with our live reaction. This presentation is confirmed to be 25 minutes long. Now that might not sound like a lot, but the context matters. Let me put that into perspective with every Pokemon Day Presents we've ever had. 2021 was 20 minutes.
Oh, it only started in 2021. 20 minutes, 14, 15. Oh, 25 in 2023 as well. What they announced in 2023? Scarlet and Violet?
For Diamond and Pearl remakes and Legends Arceus, 2 whole games. 2022 was 14
No.
minutes.
Yeah, so it was really short for Scarlet and Violet.
For Scarlet and Violet, an entirely new generation. 2023 was 25 minutes where they revealed the Scarlet and Violet DLC,
Weird.
Pokemon Sleep,
Weird.
TCG Classic, and Concierge. 2024 was 12 minutes where they revealed ZA and TCG Pocket, 2 massive games in the shortest presents ever. And 2025 was 19 minutes. They revealed Pokemon Champions, showed ZA gameplay, and some mobile game updates. So 25 minutes ties 2023 for the longest Pokemon Day presents ever. And this was the year they packed in 6
It was in 2023.
major announcements. For the 30th anniversary, they clearly have a lot to say.
Yeah,
Be really
a
clear
lot to
about
say. I don't know what, but they have a lot to say.
what makes this year special, because people keep comparing it to normal Pokemon days. This is not normal.
Yeah, it's the 30th anniversary.
February 27, 1996, Pokemon Red and Green launched in Japan. 30 years ago. 3 decades. Pokemon is now one of the highest grossing media franchises in human history, bigger than Star Wars, bigger than Marvel, and bigger than Harry Potter. The milestone anniversaries have always delivered. The 20th anniversary in 2016 gave us the Sun and Moon reveal and the very first Pokemon Day celebration. The 25th anniversary in 2021 gave us 2 game reveals, Diamond and Pearl remakes and Legends Arceus, plus Katy Perry performing a whole concert. For the
I slightly remember that, slightly.
expectations are through the roof, and based on what's already leaked, these expectations might actually be justified. Here's what's interesting. The Pokemon Company already started dropping announcements before the presents, which is unusual. That tells me that
True. Good point. And I talked about that, but I didn't consider the fact that it's unusual that they do this, dropping announcements before the announcement. And that's exactly what I was saying. It's just the appetizer, just some crumbs, and then they're gonna give us the whole thing.
They've got so much to show on Friday, they needed to clear the deck. Fire Red and Leaf Green are confirmed dropping on the Switch eShop immediately after the presents on the 27th. They're $20 each, digital only, local wireless support, Pokemon Home support coming later. We already covered this all in detail, so check the links in the description. Pokemon Unite dropped a huge update announcement. The Kanto Legendary Birds, Articuno, Zapdos,
True.
and Moltres are all being added as
True. Big announcement for Pokemon Unite.
playable characters, starting with Zapdos on the 27th. But that's not all. They're also overhauling how new characters work, starting with Zapdos. New Pokemon will have a single move path instead of two, making the game more accessible for beginners. They're also adding a solo mode for practicing against CPUs and ramping up releases for 2 new Pokemon per month. Pokemon Masters EX is rolling their 6.5-year celebration with Kanto Gym Leaders event and daily battle countdown leading to Pokemon Day. And Pokemon Sleep is boosting all drowsy power by 1.5 for Pokemon Day research. The fact that all of these things were announced days before the
Yeah, because usually they do those announcements in the presents as well, like the small Pokemon Cafe Mix and whatnot. But right now, those are already done. So maybe they have a lot to show
presents tells me
with about more important games and bigger releases.
one thing. The presents itself is being reserved for the big stuff. Now here's where things get
Exactly. And that's important because it's 25 minutes of big stuff, not small fodder.
spicy. A leaker named Pori Leaks posted what they claimed was the full lineup of games to be featured in the Pokemon Day presents. And here
So we can take Pokemon Sleep out, we can take Pokemon Unite out. So more time.
here's why people took it seriously. The list included Fire Red Leaf Green Switch ports hours before they were officially announced. Now, the caveat is Riddler Coup had leaked the Fire Red Leaf Green a full week before Pori Leaks, so we can't definitively say that this is inside info. But
Yeah.
the timing is interesting and people are paying attention. According to that list, the
Okay.
presents will reportedly cover Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Unite, Fire Red Leaf Green, Pokopia, Champions, and Wind and Wave, of course, Generation 10. Take it with a grain of salt, but the structure makes perfect sense given how the previous presents have been organized. They always lead with the mobile games, build through the mid-tier titles, and close with a blockbuster reveal. Let's break down what we can expect from each. Pokemon Pokopia launches on March 5th. This is
Yeah, true, March 5th. And they still didn't reveal a lot of information about it. They revealed the regional variant of Moon Pikachu and Moon Snorlax, or Moss Snorlax, but not much.
days after the presents, and there's virtually a 0 chance that they don't give this the final spotlight moment. For those that don't know, Pokopia is a life simulation game. Think Animal Crossing meets Pokemon. You build and manage your own island community alongside Pokemon, and it was first revealed in July 2025 at the presents, and it's had a steady marketing push since. Expect a final launch trailer, maybe a day 1 update announcement, and some kind of Pokemon Day cross-promotion bonus for early adopters. This will likely get 2 to 3 minutes of the presents. Up next is the thing that competitive players have
Yeah, that's what we want. We want Pokemon champions in the house.
been waiting for. Pokemon Champions.
Yeah.
Pokemon Day presents, and it's been a full year with very limited new info. Here's what we know. Champions is a standalone battle-focused game being developed by the Pokemon Works in collaboration with Game Freak. It's coming to Switch, Switch 2, and mobile with cross-platform play. It connects to Pokemon Home so you can use your existing Pokemon collection. The massive news is that Champions has been confirmed as the official VGC platform starting at the 2026 World Championship.
Bro, those points got me really worried. I'm always saying this every time I see content or images, information about Pokemon champions, is the motherfucking points. Why can't I just upgrade my Pokemons for free? Like, why do I need to use those points? What do I need to do to get those points? That's what's fearful. Because I don't want to be, imagine building a team and I run out of points. And now I can't use that team because I need to play with another team to then get points, or I need to pay with real life money to then get the points to make them the team so I can play. Oh man. Because no, they can't do that. They can't make it about money because this will be the competitive platform. If they make this like you have to use money to get those points, it'll just make it super cringe for the competitors.
In San Francisco. That means Scarlet and Violet are done at the competitive format, and Champions is taking over. This game features Mega Evolution through something called the Omni Ring, and we've seen Mega Dragonite confirmed. It's described.
Also, we've seen terrestrialization, maybe Z moves, maybe the new mechanic from Gen 10.
As free to start with a paid version coming to Switch consoles.
A paid version. coming to Switch consoles. What?
What I expect on Friday is a release date. The competitive community needs this game before Worlds. There are already regional championships happening in March, and my best guess is a shadow drop on Pokemon Day itself.
Yeah, I thought that about too. I totally thought about that too. Shadow drop on Pokemon Day, yep.
Or a March release at the latest. We should be able to see the first real gameplay.
I really like the animations.
Details, battle UI, ranked mode, and hopefully more on the Omni Ring and what other mechanics beyond Mega Evolution it can activate. This could easily take 4 to 5 minutes of the presents if they want to do it justice. Just a quick one here, Riddler Crew also hinted that Scarlet and Violet will get a little love on Pokemon Day. Specifically, the leaker referenced the Pokedex numbers of 1017 and 1024, which correspond to Ogerpon and Terapagos.
Oh.
This might mean there's some sort of special giveaway or mystery gift, although some people are pointing this towards Pokemon Masters, but we may be able to get these Pokemon a little easier for those who missed the DLC events. Consider this as a final farewell gift for the Gen 9 era.
That's cool.
Before the spotlight fully shifts over to Gen.
Because Gen 9 was with us for 4 years, the first time ever that a Gen lasted 4 years. And I really enjoyed Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I really enjoyed the competitive scene. I really enjoyed the DLCs. But it was very lackluster on the quality of the games. And the competitive scene was really cool. I always enjoyed watching the tournaments. The formats are really cool, but it's getting really boring really quick. Because I think they did the most they could do. We need the new competitive scene that will change forever with Pokemon Champions. Forever.
Generation 10. And here it is, the reason 25 million plus people are going to be watching on Friday morning, and of course all watching here on the A-Drive channel. Pokemon Generation 10, reportedly titled Pokemon Wind and Pokemon Wave, codenamed Project Gaia, internally at Game Freak, directed by Shigeru Omori, built from the ground up for the Nintendo Switch 2. We did a full 17 facts secret deep dive on everything leaked about Gen 10. I'll put that in the description and you guys should check that out because here's what matters for Friday specifically. We will almost certainly see the official title reveal. The region is based on a Southeast Asian inspired archipelago.
Nice.
The 3 starter Pokemon are most likely to be revealed, and we might even get the legendary box Pokemon, described in leaks similar to Wind Grandpa and Wave Grandma. Expect a cinematic trailer similar to the Scarlet and Violet reveal in 2022. We might see some early gameplay footage, the new battle gimmick codenamed Majin, which is tied to weather-based effects, underwater exploration, the
nice
scooter traversal system, and release window, likely late 2026, possibly November. They love to land this right before Thanksgiving.
They do, yeah.
Probably won't see is a full Pokedex detailed mechanics breakdown, post-game content. That stuff's gonna come much later, so don't expect any of that. What's fascinating about the timing is it's been 4 years since Scarlet and Violet, longer than any previous gap between.
Yeah, exactly. But I still love Miraidon. I think Miraidon is a great concept of a Pokemon. I really like Miraidon. It's one of my favorite Pokemon, actually. Now thinking about that.
The Switch 2 launched last June and still doesn't have a system-selling Pokemon exclusive. Game Freak needs Gen 10 to be a holiday 2026 headliner. And this presents is the starting gun for that whole marketing campaign. It's even partially accurate. A massive open world archipelago, underwater diving, 18 type-based gym challenges.
What?
A massive open world archipelago, underwater diving, 18 type.
Oh, okay. Why did he put this picture here? What?
Based gym challenges, redesigned Pokemon models.
Oh, more personality to the Pokemon characters. Yep, more color, more textures. Totally.
Weather-based battle gimmick. This might be the most ambitious Pokemon game ever.
It is the most ambitious Pokemon game. It's the first time they have a really powerful engine because they were always on handhelds. Switch is also on handheld, but the Switch 2 is very, very powerful because they always Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS. You know, they never really made a Pokemon game for the Wii, so they never really had the power of a console really. And then the Switch 2 is still not as powerful as a PS or an Xbox, but I think they can make it work very, very well. On the Switch 2, I mean.
And Friday morning, we're gonna get our first official look at it. Okay, everything there is based on leaks and reasonable predictions. But every great presents has something that nobody saw coming. Let me give you some wild card guesses. Pokemon Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness on Nintendo Switch Online.
That will be really good.
The GameCube.
I never play those games, so I would play the hell out of them.
Nintendo Switch Online library exists now, and fans have been begging for these 2 games. Dropping them alongside Fire Red Leaf Green re-releases would be perfect for the 30th anniversary. Multiple Nintendo Life community members and insiders have been speculating about this, and it would make a huge amount of sense. Pokemon Home updates. ZA still doesn't have home compatibility, which is wild. Expect an announcement for that, plus potential home
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't thought about that, but that makes 1,000,000% sense.
integration for Fire Red Leaf Green and Champions. A 30th anniversary retrospective or special announcement. Maybe a concert, a special event, new merch line, or collaboration. The 25th gave us Katy Perry, Post Malone, and full of virtual concerts. The 30th is going to be something really big. And more classic games. If Fire Red Leaf Green can come to the Switch, why not Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, and Crystal?
Yeah, all the Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games should be on the Switch. Totally.
Fans have been asking, they're going to charge $20 for it either way.
$20 for each, no!
30th anniversary is the perfect excuse. Hey Drive Army, I've been covering Pokemon for over a decade, and I have never been this excited for a Pokemon Presents as I am right now. These starters are going to blow our minds. The graphics are going to be nuts. This is the biggest Pokemon day.
I agree, the graphics gonna be nuts, but I'm sensing some limitations on the graphics. But I agree with all that he said. I've never been as excited for a Pokemon release, and it's really because of the power of the system, the power of the console. They took since Sword and Shield to perfect and learn on how to build and how not to build open world games. Legends Arceus helped out a ton. Legends ZA helped out a ton as well for them to learn a little bit about more freedom of movement in their characters and models, different battle systems. So they really learned a lot from these past years. And I think because Gen 10 is being done not just 4 years, I think they started a bit earlier, but they had a lot of time since the release of Scarlet and Violet to learn, read the internet, read their audience. So I'm expecting the best game ever. Because, for example, Legends Arceus, amazing game, my favorite Pokemon game ever so far. But like the graphics are not great, and you can feel they didn't have a lot of time to work on the game. It's really good, one of the best game, for me the best game. But I'm expecting like that type of immersion plus better graphics and more, just more stuff to it, more buildings, more story, more interaction, because Legends Arceus is a lot about you interacting with the world, as in the wild world. And like, for example, the mountains are all copy pasted in Legends Arceus, and I think it will not be that case. I think people, or there is a big chance that what Game Freak does now will make people stop calling them Lazy Freak. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what your predictions are. Let me know if you agree with A-Drive. Make sure to go and subscribe to his channel as well. A-Drive on YouTube. Leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye. Twitch people, I'm gonna keep watching here. They're gonna watch the Galarian Gold video here.
In 2022, they revealed
No, wait. Already watched that one. This one. As
All
always,
right, guys, how we doing?
As always, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to Galarian Gold on YouTube, and watch the video there as well.
Welcome
Oh,
back.
Momo. Hello. You good, girl? You so soft, Momo. You good? Okay, now we're good.
To the channel, and welcome to the very last video in this little mini series leading up to Pokemon Day, where we've been talking about all different parts and elements of Gen 10 and what we perhaps can expect to see on Pokemon Day, and the time is finally here now. We're in the
Yeah, we
last
here
couple of
right now.
days
We here.
of
Let's go.
Generation 9
Pokemon
before we're
Day.
officially in this Gen 10 hype season, before we officially see something.
Bro, now,
a little piece of gameplay.
now imagine it'll be like Pokemon Gen 10 is delayed. Here's more content for Gen 9.
Little piece of footage.
Imagine that.
We're going to see some sort of Gen 10 teaser, and we're going to talk about the whole thing holistically today. What are we going to expect to see from Generation 10 overall? We're going to talk about all the different topics, from graphics to story to gameplay to atmosphere, and we're going to kind of...
Yeah, very important, atmosphere. Pokemon has insane potential to create insane atmospheres with the Pokemon in the world, but they've been kind of fumbling the bag on that department.
Summarize what we can expect to see and the direction essentially that Pokemon are going to be going in for the next generation, for the next Legends game as well, because I think the next Legends game will be part of Generation 10. So let's talk about
I agree.
everything Generation 10, what we want to see, what we hope to see, and perhaps what we should see at this stage of Pokemon's life cycle, and of course going into the Switch 2 era. So this right here was the original official announcement of Generation 9. I'm going to skip this to the bit where we actually saw the gameplay, because I remember exactly how I felt during this reveal. Obviously, this was a pretty cool little cinematic, and Pokemon do always tend to do really cool little like short films and things leading into it. Then we get this first image, and I only felt like this twice. Once when this game was revealed, and once when BDSP was revealed. Thank God they followed up the BDSP announcement with Legends Arceus, but in this case, I was absolutely shocked.
Yeah, the graphical quality was really bad on this one, bro.
I saw this and I thought, oh no. Look at the lack of level of detail. Look at all the fidelity, the lack of fidelity.
Totally.
Aliasing,
Lack of detail. So bad.
Of course, the lighting was an issue in this game. And I just thought this looked so much worse than the last two games we've got. Generation 8 Sword and Shield, and of course, Legends Arceus as well. Obviously, we had the frame rate issue. This game just was not optimized. It was not ready for release. And thank God that this time they've taken that extra year to get this right. And of course, now we are in the Switch 2 era, meaning there's new hardware for Pokemon to be...
New hardware, yep. Stronger.
That additional development time that they have had. So I'm really quite positive that we're not going to be seeing something as bad as this.
Yes.
I actually think that this is the worst Pokemon art style that we've ever seen as well.
Yeah.
This is obviously subjective stuff, but they did try and do some more textures. You see the kind of scales on Survivor there. You see how there's a bit of shininess on the metal body of Magnemite, and they actually abandoned this a little bit for Legends ZA, presumably to make the game run a bit more smoothly and stuff like that. I think Gen 9 was a bit of a development disaster, it seems. And I'm
yes,
very much
it was.
that years ago, 2-3 years ago, they realized the error of their ways, essentially, in the production cycle for Gen 9.
Yeah,
and
they
really
did.
Change things, whether it's getting new employees.
Oh, I never noticed, but Miraidon is up there. Look. Right?
Whether it's just basically just...
No, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not Miraidon.
And also taking the extra year, I think Gen 10 is not going to be as disappointing as this. And there's a lot of people, Nate the Hate, various leakers that have suggested that they're pretty hopeful for the visuals of Generation 10. That reveal aside, this is what I'm hoping for, both in terms of the environment, the colors, the richness.
That's new Pokemon Snap. Yeah, I see. I'm actually expecting a bit better, but I see what he means. It will be at least this good.
Of the environments and also the characters. I didn't really particularly enjoy the way the NPC...
Yeah, the character design in Scarlet and Violet was really bad. It's like they really went backwards with the character design. First, the setting, like you are in a school, it's so weird for Pokemon because it's usually about exploration and you are on your own. Like in Gen 1, like you out there, you know, you out there, and in Gen 2, Gen 3, just out there doing your stuff. And then Gen 9, you are in a school and whatnot, it's a bit weird. And then the outfits from the school was really weird. The some gym leaders were cool, but like Geet was pretty cool as well, the Elite Four member, but it was kind of weird. Just the models and the clothes they chose, you know?
C's looked in this game. I think they had slightly disproportionate heads compared to their bodies.
Oh, yeah, I see what he means.
And there was just something a bit off about this Gen 9 style. The whole thing looked a bit like it was...
Yeah, like, for example, the bag is not touching the character. If you realize the strands of the bag, what holds the bag in your body, it's not touching the character, as you can see. And then the outfit of the scientist guy, it feels like it's a whole asset on itself, you know?
Some sort of weird blend between like Fortnite style and like almost like generic iPad game, mobile game style. It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
It really wasn't for me. And I don't necessarily think Pokemon have gone too far from this in Gen 10. We'll see about that. But I think they will have refined it. And Pokemon Snap is not a million miles away in style. But
Because, you know, this girl here, she reminds me a lot of Gen 2. And Gen 2 did this, which was generic designs, but they were inspired, they were spirited, they had style. And I think that's what Pokemon used to do really well. Was to, for example, the girl here, the outfit, it's very simple. It's a vest, an undershirt, right? But you can tell that she's from Pokemon. You can tell she's a Pokemon trainer. Because Pokemon used to represent Pokemon trainers as like this edgy, individual, unique, risk-taking people. And you could see that through the outfit. They're ready for battle, they're ready to go out in the world. Because in a way, a Pokemon trainer is also kind of a Pokemon ranger. They have to go out in the world, they have to be in the city, they have to be in boats, they have to go into the jungle, they have to be in the countryside. But the point is, they were generic, but you knew they were Pokemon trainers. You knew that they had strong personality. They were ready for challenges. Not just generic. They were, yes, generic to go and meet more audience, but you could tell, oh, that's a Pokemon trainer, or that's from Pokemon, even though it was a bit more generic. And I think this girl actually here really represents that. And I think it's great. I really like that. Not too intense on the character design. The personality doesn't come from the aspect, but then it comes from you meeting them and their Pokemon and their teams and their backstory, while keeping the style very open, I think.
it's far more clear and far more cohesive. I just think that the character designs themselves are better as well. Like, these two characters are such strong designs, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're really
And
good.
their bodies look a little bit more in proportion. Gen 9 did add things like fabrics of the clothes, which is quite nice, and I think we'll see more of that, especially on the Switch 2. But more in terms of like the characters and what we actually, the stuff that actually makes us feel connections to the game, like connections to the characters. I think this is a perfect art style, and not just the characters, which I think are fantastic, but also the environments of Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, the environments.
Richness of the water and the grass and the skies and the clouds. And I've been using this as a reference point for a long time, especially in recent weeks, like now that the Gen 10 release is imminent, or reveal, sorry, is imminent. I am looking at what is my visual inspiration, and I think it is basically somewhere between Scarlet and Violet and Pokemon Snap, new Pokemon Snap. And I think that is a really good, healthy place for them to hopefully be in. However, obviously don't rule out that they could have completely switched up the art style. They could go a completely different direction. They could go even more realistic. They could go even more cartoony. Who knows? I just hope that they get away from the Gen 9 style, because in my opinion, it was the worst in the 3D era. And Sun and Moon kind of is up there for me as well with bad. But this sort of stuff is what we want to be seeing. We want to be seeing...
Yeah, Sun and Moon was pretty chill.
definition,
It wasn't
different
great, but it
feel,
was chill.
different shadows and lighting effects and vegetation and unique environments. And that takes me on to the story of
The story,
Generation
okay,
10.
very important.
Obviously in Scarlet and Violet, we've just had a story about basically...
They had a lot of inspiration. If it's from the Philippines or Southeast Asia, there are a lot of gods, a lot of myths, a lot of culture in that area. It's gonna be easy to make a good story. But when I was complaining a bit about Scarlet and Violet before, also the story is not big. It's well told, certain parts of it. But like, for example, Miraidon and Kuraidon, they come from the future, they came from the past. We don't know anything about them but that. And then the Pokemon professors are missing. One of them went to the past, the other went to the future, but you don't really know much. There is not much to talk about.
A professor that went down into the depths of this mysterious Area Zero that's kind of unexplored in the middle of Paldea, and was so smart that they created like an AI version. There was a time loop thing going on. It was almost kind of like futuristic, and it was to do with this time loop and the book, the Scarlet or Violet book. It was okay. I didn't mind the story of...
Yeah, the book that was written from the past and that connecting to the future or to the time machine is cool, but we didn't get much meat and bones from that, you know? It's like you smelling the food, but you're not eating it.
Generation 9 of Scarlet and Violet, but I think it could have been better. I do think that the story is going to be moving away from technology and more into nature, because from
Totally.
the leaks we know that the theme of Generation 10 is infinity, and infinity meaning endless possibilities, endless areas to explore, and endless fun essentially in the game. That's my interpretation of what they mean by infinity. When you think about why would Game Freak suggest that, you know? And you hear about procedural generation, you hear about this rescue mode where you've got these potential new dungeons where you have to go and kind of like mystery dungeon mode where you have to go and rescue Pokemon and trainers and stuff like that. And I think it is going to be this kind of endless experience that's supposed to be not something that bores you, not something where you feel like you're treading on the same ground again and again, but something where when you power up the game and spend an hour or two on it, you have a unique experience each time.
Yeah, that's going to be very important.
I think that's...
And here, Galarian Gold is talking a lot about that, and I don't see many other YouTubers talking about that, but I think it's really important. The procedural generation, more diversity to your gameplay, more uniqueness.
What they're going for. How well they actually execute that is the key. The delivery and the presentation of ideas is the key here. We look at these natural expanses, we look at this Drifblim taking the Clam Pearl, we look at these beautiful environments at different times of day, all the Pokemon sleeping at nighttime, the trees blowing in the wind, the sand, the stars, the rock formations, the moss on this rock here, and the glowing luminescent Pokemon that really stand out from their environment, the richness of colors. All of these things really bring out the natural landscape of Pokemon. And
and it's really important because the Pokemon world, it's very much of a nature. And it's going to say Pokemon Gaia, it's the code name, which is all about, it's the goddess of nature from Greek.
Named Gaia. I've spoken about this many times before, but Gaia, of course, is the Greek word for earth, or it's an ancient Greek word that meaning earth, right? And that shows me that there's this focus on the environment, the nature, the elements. We know that they've built this physics system for the wind and for the waves. We know that allegedly these games are called Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves, and there's this real earthly feel, almost like a rebellion against technology. No AI, no cyberpunk stuff, although I think that would be super cool as well, but they've gone the other way, it seems, Game Freak this time. And it feels like they are really focusing on nature and natural landscapes, and particularly when we know
I like that
this game is supposed to be taking place in a equivalent or a region inspired by Southeast Asia.
Yeah, it's very jungly.
Malaysia and that kind of part of the world. That is where there's this bustling nature, lots of insects, lots of animals. It's right on the equator. There's lots of trees and dramatic landscapes, cliffs with jungle trees.
That's true.
Kind of thing. And it seems
huge mountains full of vegetation. I love to watch the documentaries about those parts of the world.
Much more than Scarlet and Violet did. You're in this beautiful natural landscape. And then when it comes to the characters and how they support that notion, I think we're going to see a kind of theme on ancient wisdom and generational wisdom that's passed down from your grandma, from your great-grandma, and how this information and these habits and this wisdom basically just gets passed down through generations, through families, through local beliefs and traditions. I think it's going to be very much focused on that. Now,
I see.
Back, I don't want
interesting.
too much on Scarlet and Violet.
Oh no, the Sharpie is hunting the Squirtle over there in Pokemon Snap. Oh shit.
But there was this tweet from...
Yeah, I read the tweet. It's a good one.
Lutu, right? And this was from Hidden Power Podcast asking the question, be honest, how do you really feel about the Paldea region? And this really nails it for me, right? Lutu replied and said, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is almost entirely about traveling to very empty objective marker towns with absolutely zero friction or substantive gameplay in between. And I really felt that. Paldea's gameplay loop is the definition of the illusion of choice, and I'm praying that Generation 10 fixes this. And I think anybody with half a brain and a freak will know that that was the issue with Generation 9, and that they can't really afford to pump out a game that half-baked again. Yeah, they might make a few shortcuts still. Yes, they know that the people are going to buy it because of the Pokemon brand, But over time, collectively, that will die down. And I said this in my last video, cautionary tales of dying franchises or franchises that are having a bit of a dip now, like Star Wars, Sony's failed cinematic universe, and these kind of things will be
Yeah.
cautionary tales to Pokemon.
Yeah.
And so packing the moments in the game in between the main objectives, whether you want to go and get your next
The Squirtle into Lapras to get protected. That's so cool.
gym badge, or you want to go and take on your next villain's base, or whatever you're doing in the game, whatever your overall aim is, you want to get distracted in the environment. And in Legends Arceus, you did to some extent. It still felt somewhat linear.
Yeah.
You really want it to be like a Breath of the Wild experience, and that's another big reference point for Generation 10, in my opinion. Breath of the
I think it will be very similar. I think Generation 10 will be Breath of the Wild, but Pokemon.
Wild, there was friction, as Luto alluded to in his tweet. There is friction in your journey from one town to another, or from one temple to another. On your journey, you're going to get ambushed by the goblin guys. You're going to get different weather systems that are going to affect you differently. You might go to a cold area, you have to dress differently, or go and buy an outfit to actually traverse that region. You might have the Blood Moon event happen, which obviously respawns enemies. You might be low on arrows and you have to go and replenish. What you essentially want is the environment to resist you. I feel like in Scarlet and Violet, you are just moving, and in something like Breath of the Wild, you are the world
You are transversing, not just moving, you know?
resists you, right? It tries to stop you. Whether it's through the weather, through enemies, through quests, through discoveries, there's always something to interact with in a meaningful way. And I don't think that's quite the case in Scarlet and Violet. And so when you look at Gen 10, I think that's the area where they need to really enhance the gameplay. We've already spoken about the visuals and the style and that kind of thing, but in terms of the gameplay, I think you really need to be distracted and not even distracted, but engaged.
Engaged, yeah.
Between the main
Totally.
objectives, right? Not just moving and, oh, this Pokemon lives in this little patch and this Pokemon lives in this patch, and they're just moving and walking back and forth.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
out and try and get a certain Pokemon to spawn. That's too basic. We need to actually
Yeah.
have resistance, whether it's trainers that are more hostile in certain areas.
Yes,
than
in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I think almost all, if not all, the trainers in the wild that are optional. There is no, you can just go around them, I think, very easily.
others, whether it's just NPCs actually, dynamically moving around the map in some way. A little bit like, good RPGs like Fallout and such.
Yeah, it would be really cool for them to do some like infiltration mission, things where we have to be careful with traps, you being chased or something like that. Because in Scarlet and Violet, in ZA, there was great potential for that because your Pokemon is following you. Imagine you are in an infiltration mission. The guards have their own Pokemon. Their Pokemon can be special. One can be an Houndoom, and has great sniffing. Others can see in the dark. Others are psychic type, and they can feel your presence from far away. And you have to use other methods to dodge them, Not just go around them. Not just crouch,
Cyberpunk, there's quite a randomness to your game and a unique feel to each save file. It's a term I like to use. And I think Pokemon's going to take steps towards that. Whether it'll be fully realized here, I don't know. But that's where this game really needs to move the Pokemon franchise.
He made me think about something, which is Pokemon was in one direction, and Gen 8 was the start of that direction. But then Gen 9 was a bit of a disappointment, and they changed direction. And what if Gen 10 is the first step into a new direction? That because he said he's not expecting it to be fully realized, the uniqueness in your file type thing, because it can be the first steps here. So that means it might not be super developed or super high quality.
Franchise on, and that builds this overall atmosphere, of course. And I think the visuals, what you do and your to-do list in the game, and the different variety of things that you can do, that builds the atmosphere, but also the music. And Pokemon have never really messed up, in my opinion, with the music.
That's true. Gen 9 music was really good.
I have my favorites, I have my least favorites, but even my least favorite music tracks and original soundtracks in Pokemon main series Pokemon games,
Very good.
even my least favorite ones are still
Pokemon
good.
have very
They're still
good
8, 9
music,
out
yeah,
of 10.
very good.
And that excites me to kind of hear and feel this Indonesian vibe. And actually, we've got right here kind of what we might expect. We've got some music. So let me just play this a little bit, and you can kind of hear the kinds of instruments that are going to be played here, right? So you're going to
But it's so interesting. They have so much culture in Southeast Asia. So many different things they have there.
these kind of metallic, this metallic percussion, and this is some more traditional music. You're going to kind of have this jingly kind of,
Yeah,
it's not
jingly,
quite
yeah.
upbeat, but it's obviously not sad either. It's just this kind of jolly life. It's full of life. That's what I would say about this music. And you hear that? A little bit Zelda-y. Kind of a little bit of wind instruments as well, like recorders and flutes and that sort of thing. And I think it's going to be this kind of, yeah, like metallic percussion, lots of like jingly sounds. And I literally think it's going to be like quite a jungle-inspired soundtrack.
Yeah,
And
okay, I
there's
see.
one track
I agree.
in this game, one of my favorite games on the PlayStation 1, Digimon World, the original Digimon World. And it has this tropical jungle soundtrack when you get to the jungle part of the game. And I think we're going to hear something similar to this.
I see.
Just that percussion, it's kind of dancey, it's kind of unpredictable, it's bright, but you also don't feel safe.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and I really think that an Indonesia-inspired
Okay, that's
region
cool.
could give us some wonderful sounds, but not just the soundtracks. We also want to be hearing a lot of actual sounds from the environments. We want to hear footsteps on different terrains, from grass to concrete to rocks to whatever it is.
Scorpion is so funny though.
You want to be feeling that is realistic almost. You want to be feeling the Pokemon and the characters that are traversing the region make noises. You want to feel like a little whoosh
Yeah,
if you see a
totally.
shooting
I made a video about that, which is the naturalization of the Pokemon world.
star. You want to hear it. You really want to be immersed in this game. Now, shout out to Enfant Terrible, who got this additional hour from the upcoming game Anemo, which is going to be a big competitor of Pokemon's Gen 10.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a big competitor. I think it will be its own thing, but I don't think it will be a competitor because it's very different. The way it looks, the way it feels, it's very different. Yes, you have animals and stuff to collect, but first, Pokemon is insane history. You can beat up that, you can compete with that, and then they're just different games, you know?
This is for Xbox and Windows, I believe. And this is a big competitor, or threat even, you could say, to Generation 10. And it looks fantastic. The creatures, the vibe, the aesthetic, the music of this game from the trailers and gameplay we've seen so far looks really, really great. And there's this feature where you can actually transform into your Anemo, into your Pokemon.
Yeah, that's cool,
And
though.
I think there could be something like that in Generation 10 where you switch to your Pokemon and actually go and move around with your Pokemon.
There were some games where you could do that. It was like very little parts, though, that you could do that. But that's actually something they could develop to make you feel more connected to your Pokemon, right?
I think that's what they were trying to get at the end of Generation 9's DLC when they did the synchro machine, right? And you got to actually
True, but that's different because you need to use the machine. It's not something you can do quick. It needs to be something that you can do and get out of quick.
move around the terrarium with all the different Pokemon. I think this is going to be realized in a bigger way in Gen 10, and it's going to be something similar to Anemo here, where you can kind of switch between human and Pokemon. And I think this could be a really perfect evolution of the Pokemon gameplay.
Okay, this is looking way more like Pokemon. So yeah, it's gonna be a competitor, totally.
But also you can
I forgot how it was.
do these traditional battles like we just saw there as well, where you can command your Pokemon too. In addition to that, I think we're also going to use our Pokemon to interact with the environment. So here you see that the trainer transforms into the Anemo, and the Anemo has moves that they can use in terms of the actual gameplay, special moves here as well, and they're basically trying to break this crate here. And this is the perfect way. We were talking about earlier how you can engage and have more meaningful friction in between your main objectives. I think this is basically what we're going to see. We're going to see our Pokemon being able to try and burn things or clear obstacles or get to secret
That's what you do in Pokemon Ranger, by the way. These are Pokemon you catch in the wild to help you out.
areas that you can't access. And what I was thinking about was if Pokemon don't do this, Anemo's going to games like Anemo are going to make this game look so superior to Pokemon. Power World and Anemo are already kind of doing that, so Gen 10 really has to step up.
True, Gen 10 really needs to know this. Gen 10 now has competition.
And I think in some sort of way, it will. We spoke earlier about the types and the elements kind of in the game and the natural feel, the Gaia, Earth kind of vibe of this game. And I think that that's going to be realized through the Pokemon types themselves. There are, what, 18, 19 types? If you include the Stellar type, which we won't talk about the Stellar type right here. But basically, I think that the types are going to offer unique situations. So if you've
Yeah,
got a fairy Pokemon, you're going to use that fairy Pokemon to get you through certain situations.
I see.
Obviously, the more
Okay.
easy one to kind of understand is like if you've got a fire type Pokemon, you can burn down trees or burn down vegetation. If you've got a water Pokemon, like we saw in Pokopia, you can like water things and make vegetation grow. You know, flying Pokemon can get obviously an elevated side of the map and things like that. I think that's kind of how we're going to see it, and each type is going to have an overworld use. Fighting
Yep.
Pokemon can break things, and not even just Pokemon, but the moves, the move types
Yeah.
themselves.
I mean, that
And
was already done in ZA, right? A bit, a little bit, not very much.
electric Pokemon might have a certain impact on the water. You know, you can't put a Pikachu in the water because it's going to hurt Pokemon, or it's going to enhance the power of their moves, or you know, these are all the kinds of lines of thought that I think Pokemon are going to have gone down when they're thinking about really enhancing the feel of the Pokemon RPG and making it feel more immersive and more dynamic. Now you see here a fire type move used, and it really doesn't just hurt the
Yeah, it burns the ground as well. That's cool.
Pokemon, but it also burns the area of the grass around the where the fight happened. Now, I don't think that's temporary. I think that actually scorches the environment, and it'll be lovely to see that kind of thing in Gen 10 as well. Even if it's temporary, you just want to see it impact the environment, and I think that is going to be another potential thing that we see in Generation 10 here. Now, guys, this all feels very hopeful. I'm hoping that in a couple of days we'll be pleasantly surprised by how much Generation 10 moves the Pokemon franchise on from where we were at in Generation 9. And I'm really hopeful that that extra year is going to really deliver us a game that has moved the franchise on significantly. Now, of course, we all
Yeah, I'm very hopeful as well.
also have the procedural generation and the seed Pokemon, which is going to apparently evolve and change as your adventure progresses, depending on what you do in the story. So maybe it can become a different type if you particularly favor a certain type, or you spend your time in certain areas. And I'm really interested to see how that seed Pokemon situation manifests itself. Guys, this is going to be, I think, one of the strongest generations of Pokemon.
Yes,
But
me too,
I'm basically
totally.
just going by the Terra leaks and by the competitors, which Pokemon, of course, has to on some level keep up with. And so we can only hope at this stage. I'll see you all at 2 p.m. UK time. I think it's like 6 a.m. PST potentially for some of you guys over in the States. But I'll be live streaming about an hour before the presentation. So come join me. We're going to do a little bingo card of what we expect to see, and then we're going to react live to the actual presentation itself. It's going to be hopefully a lot of fun, hopefully no disappointments, and hopefully at least a game that looks good, that looks like it's progressing the series, and something that kind of returns Pokemon back to form. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
watching.
something that returns Pokemon back to full. I like that, guys. Great idea from Galarian Gold. More focus. He's more focusing on the environment of the game, the procedural generation, bringing Pokemon back to its power. I really like that. It's pretty cool. Make sure to his perspective and the way he's hopeful about Pokemon. It's the same for me. I also think Pokemon is a great chance here to go big, and hopefully they do not destroy it once again. You know, watch him on YouTube, Galarian Gold. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like. Let's see some of the content. You already have Wind and Wave. It's called Pokemon Sun and Moon. I see. It's a bit similar, but Alola only has like 4 islands. So this region will have way more. Yeah, Gen 10 will be great, I think. Yeah, a sequel to Fire Red and Leaf Green with new gyms and Orange League. That will be really cool. Yeah, the world itself was like a series of navigation puzzles in the old games. Yeah. If they will go back to 2D, there will be much more hype. I don't think so. Totally don't think so. Oh, they don't. This person doesn't think 4 years is enough for Gen 10. Hmm. Gen 10 will be revealed. We'll have two versions, at least 50 new Pokemon, a new gimmick. Take place in a region of the same planet. You can catch Pokemon. Game will come out February 2026. What? Grass path Pokemon, Fire Snake, Scuba Crab. A crab will be cool. Pokemon needs to go to D or maybe even pixel art again. I don't think so. Yeah, Scarlet Violet was not developed correctly because it's like um, Legends of Zelda were developed for the Switch one, and they're still running great, but they don't have a bunch of models. They don't have a bunch of animations because that's one of the problems of Pokemon is that they have a lot of models and they have a lot of attacks and they have to make animations and textures for all that. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I'll go to the bathroom real quick. I'll see you in a segundo. Hi everybody, I'm back. Welcome, welcome. How we doing? Okay. The final leaks for Pokemon Day 2006. Let's watch that. As always.
Pokemon Day 2020.
Oh, true. I didn't watch this little video. Let's do it. Let's watch it first. Seems like a real music. Let's mute that for a while. So it's just this little video. The starter Pokemons, of course. Brutal. The animation for Gyarados was very cool. Arceus shows up on 30. It's showering down its power. Interesting. Maybe there was some new Pokemon leaked in there. As usual, go and subscribe to A-Drive. It's another A-Drive video reacting to.
Pokemon Day 2026, the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, is tomorrow. And I've got all the updates for you guys right here. Some interesting leaks have surfaced. Some new Pokemon news has come out. And we've got a lot to cover in this one, so strap in. Don't forget, I'll be live streaming the Pokemon Presents presentation tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. I'll be doing it on Twitch and YouTube. You can come hang out. Join the stream. We're gonna have a blast. It's gonna be the big watch party to see the Generation 10 starters revealed, and we may have a little bit of insight as to what's coming next. There may be a secret project that nobody anticipated.
Secret project nobody anticipated. I'm curious. He never talked about the MMO game. The Letting Go already talked about the MMO game. That's interesting.
For Pokemon on this Presents, it is gonna be crazy, so don't you dare miss out. First thing is, I covered this on a short, but I thought it was really cool, worth sharing again. We've got all 1,000+ Pokemon designed with the 30th anniversary logo.
Really? That's insane.
And I think this is the coolest thing, dude. Honestly, like, big props to them. I saw
that's very, very cool. Very cool.
They did like an animation thing for this as well, so just really cool, man. And I think it highlights the idea that every Pokemon is someone's favorite Pokemon, dude. I feel like that's a huge piece of this.
Yeah,
I love
for
that,
real,
man. I
for
really
real.
do. I asked you guys, what is your favorite Pokemon? Leave it in the comments down below.
Cyndaquil and Lugia.
I'm going to give a big shout out to my boy Mothim, who's been holding it down for me for a very long time. With those 30th anniversary...
Mothim? For him, really? That's interesting. I never knew somebody that their favorite Pokemon was Mothim. That's a cool choice. I like Mothim.
Logos. I saw this post get...
Oh, some logos. Maybe with the starters?
Shared around of the new starters. I'm gonna be real. I don't think this is real. I think this is fake. This is a very blurry image. I saw it starting to get some traction early this morning. I thought I'd share it with you, but really cool way to approach a leak for starters. But who knows? There's been a bunch of different starter leaks surfacing. I don't think we've seen anything that's actually real yet, but the closer we get...
Yeah, if it was real, why would they blur it? Right? Why would the picture be blurry? I think it's made on purpose, so maybe AI generated. You know?
The higher the chance that something sneaks through the cracks. So keep an eye out on the channel today. For those still playing Pokemon Unite, I know we...
For the ones still playing, I play sometimes.
Announced the 3 legendary birds, but they announced 3 more characters coming to Pokemon Unite. Meganium,
Oh, I've seen Meganium, like, videos, thumbnail videos, but I didn't know about Typhlosion and Feraligatr. That's Giga. So maybe some game related to Johto coming in on the main series? Or maybe a spin-off, a remake? Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver made for the Nintendo Switch? Yo, that could be something.
Typhlosion and Feraligatr, and I gotta be honest, Meganium looks so good in this artwork, this key artwork.
It's very true. Meganium looks very, very, very well done. Feraligatr looks kind of random. Typhlosion looks like he's a cheese piece. A cheese piece, you know what I'm saying?
Looks so good.
A chess piece, not a cheese piece. A chess piece.
big Meganium fan. I've always been a Chikorita fan, so I just feel like
I like Chikorita too. My favorite is Cyndaquil. I really like that to them. Gen 2 is very solid starters, very solid.
looks really good in this artwork. But Pokemon Unite, if you're still playing it, you've got those new Pokemon coming in. I lost interest, but it was fun when I jammed it. Pokemon centers around
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I still like Pokemon Unite, but I totally understand people that lost interest. They kind of made it hard to not lose interest. I just like it because I like MOBAs, I love Pokemon. I think it's a really good game, but they're killing it with the monetization.
the world are going to be stocked.
And they take too much time to make adjustments to balance and updates. Kind of like Age of Empires 4, one of my favorite games out there. But they have a small team, and they take a long time to fix stuff and make new stuff. But the games are very good. Both AoE4 and the Pokemon Unite are really good, and I think this will have a chance. Slime, but they have a chance. Age of Empires 4 is very different because it's its own thing. Pokemon Unite being a MOBA spin-off of Pokemon, it's a bit more tricky to get it back on live, but it has received way more backlash and negativity, even with recent updates. The way you now obtain Pokemon is really bad in Pokemon Unite. They still didn't fix it, so it's a like emblems not good as well. It's not allowed on professional play because it's not a system that's very well developed or very much developed, so it's weird. What's this? To celebrate the 30th anniversary, replica cartridge keychains based on every main Pokemon game have been revealed. Oh, that's cool. I really like the old artwork, bro. It's impactful.
Replica cartridge keychains. Dude, Pokemon is going so hard right now with their merch for the 30th anniversary.
That's true. One thing where Pokemon rarely disappoints is with merch. They have very good ideas.
Do not be surprised if this is the biggest year in Pokemon history. They are going so hard. And speaking of that, Pokemon Champions, guys, this is a big deal. Kurt posting the
Soon, Pokemon Champions. Oh my god, let's go. I'm in love with that.
Pokemon Champions logo and says soon. And it looks really epic, by the way.
It's gonna be a shadow drop tomorrow in it.
A lot of discussion about Pokemon
Maybe early March.
Champions potentially shadow dropping
Maybe April.
on Pokemon
Hopefully not May or after May.
Day. Now, there's a lot going on right now. You've got Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green on the eShop. You've got Pokopia coming in about a week. I've been covering those videos heavily on the channel, so feel free to check out some of my other content. And Champions is a big one. Kurt says high confidence that Champions is dropping
Yeah, okay.
on Pokemon Day.
Oh, this was bait, okay.
Sunglass emoji, but then follows it up 5 hours after that saying this was bait. It's entirely possible, but probably won't. Releasing a new online multiplayer game on a Friday, considering time zones, have fun supporting that surge. As some have already noted, this asset is from Pokemon Home. Now,
No problem.
There is a chance that Pokemon Champions does shadow drop on Pokemon Day. I tend to agree that it's unlikely, and for those who aren't super privy to this, I learned this recently. You don't want to drop an update to a live service online game on a Friday, because if things break, then you have your team working over the weekend, right? That's the reality of it. So like when we were dropping our apps for my game Illustrious Clash, we would launch them on Tuesdays. So we give ourselves the full week basically to make bug fixes if you need to before you head into the weekend. So makes a lot of sense there. Definitely the base.
But yeah, I know like you don't work over the weekend, but for special projects, Pokemon's such a big company, I'm pretty sure they have workers that can work over the weekends. You know, like special program for, I don't know. If they don't, they should, but I see this perspective, more technical perspective about the insides. Don't drop something with online compatibility on a Friday, I understand.
We'll have to wait and see, but I know a lot of people are speculating that we're going to get Champions at some point. It's just when. It may be early summer, but I'm very curious.
Early summer will be cringe, because then Worlds in August. Oh, but maybe they will do still this Worlds in Scarlet and Violet, since the tournament's already started for this season, and then next season starts with Champions. Oh, yeah, I think it's going to be that. That makes way more sense than now switching the tournament from Scarlet and Violet to Pokemon Champions, and then have like half a season for people to get used to it and then go into Worlds. Totally. Yeah, so it's not going to be a shadow drop tomorrow.
Going to be quickly dropped. Now, the next piece of this puzzle is massive, guys. We're talking about the next mainline project teased by multiple different sources. This is some crazy stuff. So strap in here. We may actually be getting another game announcement outside of Gen 10.
Like a Legends? We just got Legends EA. So, what could it be? Pokemon Ranger? Because now you can use the remotes of the Nintendo as mice, I mean, and then you could do the spinning thing of Pokemon Ranger. Pokemon Ranger is one of my favorite Pokemon games, but it wasn't super popular. So I'm not seeing the demand for it, but maybe Nintendo wants to just give some life to other games, to the other spin-offs.
I don't think we will, but there is a chance that we get another game announcement and they do the double action.
But he doesn't think it will happen.
Like they did with Legends Arceus and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. But it seems as though there's some secret going on here. So let's break it all down because there's a lot going on. First, Riddler Koo says, Happy New Year to you all. The latest project, which was not exposed from the Terra League on Nintendo Switch 2, is here. Enjoy.
Was not exposed from the Terra League. And this is a orca or a killer whale or a dolphin jumping backwards on the water. Jumping out of the water. Jumping. I have no idea what this could mean. What game could this be? Maybe it's nature, so it's Pokemon Ranger? I don't know. What game could this be?
That was from the very end of 2024, so a little while back.
Oh, okay.
But indicating that there's projects that were not in the Terra League that are going to be coming. And this means that while we think we have so much information about the Pokemon Company's plans over the next couple years, there's things that are missing that we do not know. And Koo obviously
interesting.
So SOULSILVER, a wonderful member of the community, did a full breakdown of all this, and I'm going to kind of recap it for you guys because it's very fascinating. So there is a new codename, Project Karasu, which is
Project Karasu, interesting.
surface
Karasu and the Murkrow, the next mainline project. A name that it wasn't in the Terra League.
Currently the next mainline Pokemon project. It wasn't in the Terra League. Karasu means crow in Japanese, and a Murkrow was attached to the league, which probably isn't a coincidence. If this is real and it wasn't in the Terra League, it proves Game Freak's plans have shifted since the data was compiled, which means other Terra League plans could have changed too. In the Terra League, there was an unnamed DLC. Murkrow could hint at Johto ties, but DLC technically isn't mainline, which goes against this. This could be a replacement for the Gaia DLC. Scarlet and Violet and ZA DLC both underperformed. Game Freak has a history of pivoting formats, third versions, then sequels, then DLC. Karasu could be something bigger than traditional DLC. Maybe a modern take on third versions. The Pokemon Company released
A modern take on third versions. Interesting.
versions of games for a very long time in their history, and now there's a possibility that they're revisiting that with this upcoming
So no DLC, more third version. I like that, of course.
Gen 10 title. Wind Waves, maybe they add a third version that adds something to it.
Wind waves and tectonic movements.
Maybe it adds Johto on the back end. This could be Legends 3, but reworked. The Terra League had Ringo, codenamed Legends Galar, as the next mainline game after
Okay, that could be
Gaia,
interesting.
which is
But we already have Legends EA recently. It will be weird to have another Legends right now announced.
Gen 10.
But Legends EA felt like very much a side project, you know?
Karasu could be Ringo
Also, Legends EA was also built in consideration to the Switch 1. And I think maybe that was like their last game where they had to worry about Switch 1. And maybe this, if they release a ZA, a new Legends, it will be very close to ZA, but not in production because they already started projects that only care about Switch 2 or only consider Switch 2.
scrapped and rebuilt. Maybe they changed up Ringo, which is Legends Galar. Maybe they reworked it. Maybe it's not Galar anymore. Maybe they're going to revive the old Legends Johto concept instead. Ball Guy says that L3 or Legends 3 is still in production, so the game exists, but maybe not as Ringo anymore. Galar also has Corviknight and Crow Pokemon, so the Galar connection isn't dead either. Also worth noting, Talonflame/Braviary was the bird mascot for PLA's codename Hayabusa, so bird-themed codenames might just be a Legends thing. So this might have to do with Legends, Still some speculation there. This could be an entirely new standalone game, and that's where things get really exciting going into this Presents tomorrow. Not DLC, not Legends. It could be experimental. Could be
Oh,
Johto. Could be
yeah,
Lego.
let's go Johto. Yeah, I see.
Johto could come in 27 or 28. There's a lot of, this is crazy stuff, unprecedented. Or this could be the secret Black and White project.
Oh, Pokemon Gray.
Ku previously leaked a third-party Black and White remake that got scrapped, then doubled down saying a Black and White new project was still happening and wasn't in the Terra League. Karasu could be that project, now handled by Game Freak internally. A fun little detail is Black 2 White 2's codename was Swan, a white bird. Karasu or Crow is a blackbird, which is a kind of interesting contrast. We've seen Pokemon
Black and White, and I see the connection.
do that many times. So ultimately, whatever Karasu is, its existence outside of the Terra League means that the roadmap has changed. And if one thing changed, other things may have changed as well. So while the Terra League has served as a map for us to diagnose what's coming in the Pokemon franchise, Wind and Wave, Legends Galar, all these different games, it's
Oh, and that dolphin was black and white, right? The from Ku.
possible that this timeline and this information will get shaken up in a big way, and we may just get some crazy surprises tomorrow going into Pokemon Day 30th anniversary. It's clear they're going big. What is your favorite Pokemon in the franchise? Leave a comment down below, and make sure you guys tune in for the Pokemon Day.
Interesting, interesting. So a new project. A new project that it's not Gen 10. Wow, that's interesting. We just finished watching some videos about leaks and predictions from some creators here on YouTube about Pokemon Day. It will happen tomorrow on the 27th of February, 2 p.m. UK time. And I've seen a lot of hope. A lot of creators are expecting something good from Pokemon. I think Generation 10 is giving that feeling because Gen 8 and Gen 9 were like the first steps, the baby steps, and Gen 10 will not be made having the Switch one in consideration. So more powerful hardware, more experienced team, more budget as well. New engines were leaked and whatnot. So I think in terms of graphics and performance, it will be a good game. I want it to be a very good game, but let's keep it real. It will be a good game when it comes to the details and whatnot, I think. And there was a lot of leaks about mechanics and whatnot, but what really grasped my attention was, was certain parts of the leaks where it talked about procedural generation on islands. The legendary Pokemon will change depending on how you play the game, so that aspect will change too, the way it evolves might change as well, so everybody will have unique playthroughs and unique legendary Pokemons because of the procedural generation nature of the game, which is very cool. Will give more uniqueness and individuality to every single save file. That will be very good for content and to share it online as well. And a big thing is as well, there was a new project being mentioned that was not included in the leaks because there was very big leaks about Gen 10, and that new project might be revealed tomorrow as well. So some people are speculating, of course. What I've seen just one content creator talking about, maybe, of course, he was not the only one making the video, but the one that I watched, it was only him, was about a new Pokemon MMO, or at least a big Pokemon game where you can go from Kanto to Johto to O1 and then to Sinnoh, so you can explore the first 4 regions all in one game. That will be very cool as well. So like that new project could be super interesting, and that new project it's not going to be Gen 10, it's going to be its own game. So that's very interesting as well on its own way. And yeah, I'm also expecting big things from Gen 10. I'm very excited for the Direct tomorrow. I'm still a bit holding my foot back because of the performance issues and because of the money grabbing nature that Nintendo has assumed recently. But I think Pokemon will go back to their magic. I have hopes that Gen 10 will be the next leap into Pokemon. Pokemon will go into a new phase where it will evolve and expand what the games can do and what you can do in the games. For sure, I'm expecting that. I think they will take risks. I think they'll do different things, get out of the formula even more. And also very important is that some of the little franchises like Pokemon Unite, their announcements that usually are in the Pokemon Directs, were already announced. Some of those things, including the remakes, the reintroduction or the introduction to the Nintendo Switch line of Fire Red and Leaf Green, those were made out of the present. And this present will be 25 minutes, the biggest together with the 2023. So that means they have more time to show more important stuff. So I'm hoping huge copium for Gen 10, the another possible big project, a spin-off like new Pokemon Ranger or a Mystery Dungeon, you know what I'm saying? Because now you can use actually the remotes of the Nintendo Switch as mice, so you can now do the spinning thing of Pokemon Ranger. Because before I thought it would be very difficult, almost impossible, to bring Pokemon Ranger into the Nintendo Switch because you have no way to do that playstyle, because that game style was from the Nintendo DS, where you had a second screen that was touch screen, so you could do that. But now with the controls working as mouse, you can do that. And I'm also thinking about the new Pokemon Legends being announced, or at least some hints about it. Because the thing is, we had Pokemon Legends EA very recently, but there are already some leaks about the new Pokemon Legends. And my thoughts are that Pokemon Legends EA was the last game made having the Nintendo Switch 1 in consideration, being more limited. And they were already working on games that only had in consideration only were made for the Switch 2. So even though Legends EA came out in October and we're now in February, that other game could already be announced because it was already being worked on at the same time as ZA was being worked on, because they were in two different sides of the company, or in two different teams maybe, with two different perspectives. Also, I'm totally expecting Pokemon Champions announcement, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure they will show a bit more of Poketopia. I just really expect that game. I just really wish that that game is not very expensive, because I want to play it. It seems fun, but I don't want to drop 70, 80 bucks for it. Of course, new TCG announcement, new trading card game announcement, new expansions, maybe new dynamics for that as well. Ooh, you know what will be interesting to have? Some remakes for the Switch 2. Like, even maybe Red and Blue for the Switch 2. Not Let's Go, like really remakes of Red and Blue. It could be very cool as well. Remakes from Johto, Pokemon Soul Silver and Heart Gold on the Switch 2. Bro, and you know what? I have this wild dream of mine. So imagine when I become really, really rich, or I have connections with a lot of money, I would pay Nintendo to do this. That's my wild dream, which is for them to do like Pokemon Nuzlocke, quote unquote, or do Nuzlocke modes for your Pokemon games, where they support the Nuzlocking community instead of shunning it, because the Nuzlocke community doesn't play the game the way Nintendo wants it to be, which is totally acceptable. It's their IP at the end of the day. But they could see that there is a big audience for that is really passionate, because the Nuzlocke mode brings a lot of passion and a lot of interest to the gameplay. And then they could make like Pokemon Blue, but then you can have infinite rare candies, you can have access to, like, make it really, really a lot of quality of life choices. And then it has level caps. Maybe you can have a huge list of modifiers that you can apply to your Nuzlocke, for an example. And then they could even do their own Pokemon game where it's Nuzlocke. It's a whole story. Of course, it can be short and whatnot, where Pokemon, they don't die, but it's like you can't use them again in battle. It's like the rules of that Pokemon League to preserve the physical health or the mental health of Pokemon that are defeated, that you can just use them anymore. Or maybe you have certain things in the game that bring them back or whatever. Like, I don't know. That's my wild dream, is for Nintendo to accept and incorporate within their franchise the Nuzlocking community. I think that's a extreme copium, but it's my dream as a Pokemon enjoyer, as a Pokemon lover, as a Pokemon content creator, that I do Nuzlocks myself, and I watch a lot of Nuzlocke content. I really like it. It's one of my favorite contents to watch on the internet. It would be very cool for Nintendo to embrace it and accept that some people really like Pokemon for the game that it is, not for the Pokemons itself, but of course also not because of the lore, not because of the franchise in itself, but because the core gameplay mechanics with the typings, with the abilities, with imagine grass type Pokemon being immune to powder moves. That's very interesting, right? So Pokemon has great mechanics, and a lot of people like to play Pokemon because how difficult it is, or how difficult it could be if the trainers were stronger, there was more strategy put into the teams that you face through the games. So that's my wild dream. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm not saying this will be announced in tomorrow's direct. Nothing. Just like, that's my wild dream. That's what I wish Nintendo could do as a very cool move. But I think they will not do it, to be honest. But maybe they will get more personalized and they'll try to connect more with their audiences. And it's just like, it will show that they're cool. They will show it's a cool move. But coming back to Pokemon Day tomorrow, oh, I just thought that maybe you can have like a movie announced, you know? A movie or a new special animation to celebrate the 30th anniversary. Maybe that will be a part of the direct. I just don't want any concerts, you know, with the celebrities and famous singers. Just keep it cool, keep it Pokemon, keep it personalized. Um, of course, they're gonna talk about Gen 10. Maybe they will introduce like a new sort of Pokemon conquest, like a fusion of Pokemon and Fire Emblem. And that reminded me of the fusion of Pokemon and Tekken, Pokken Tournament DX. What if they announce a new Pokken? Now, I'm just high on Copium here right now, I'm just floating in the Copium verse, but because I really enjoy Pokken, imagine they made a new one? That would be crazy. Because Pokken used to be in the Pokemon tournaments, in the Pokemon worlds and whatnot. That would be insane. Pokken 2. That would be pretty cool. But now back to reality. Gen 10, the new project. Maybe the new project will not be mentioned here. Right? Because it's like TCG, Gen 10. Maybe they will announce Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games into the Nintendo Online system. Maybe one new spin-off or a reinvention of a spin-off. Mystery Dungeon, Ranger, Snap, Conquest. I think they will bring a spin-off back. And I really want, but I think it's not so likely to have like a remake or a third version like we just watched on a previous video, Pokemon Gray from Pokemon Black and White, Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Delta, Pokemon Delta Emerald, right? Instead of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Pokemon Delta Emerald. Yo, that could be cool. Or like Pokemon, we had Sword and Shield, Pokemon Spear or something. You know, Pokemon Claymore. You know, like a third version of already existing generation. So yeah, final, like, that I'm almost sure it will happen, predictions. Gen 10, a new spin-off, TCG, maybe something for Pokemon Go. And I think that's what I'm really sure about. Gen 10 and a new project or a new remake. I'm really sure about those. Like a new mainline game and then a spin-off, a third version, or a new way to play Pokemon, maybe the Pokemon MMO, like Galarian Gold here on YouTube was talking about. And then more speculative, and then of course TCG is in there, of course, it has to be there. More speculative, an anime or a movie, or Pokemon Ranger, for example, because I think Pokemon Ranger is very hard to bring back to the Switch, but they can do it. And the Hopium is Pokken, is Pokemon Ranger, Pokemon Conquest. And I think that's it, yeah. I think those are my predictions, speculations for Pokemon Present. I'm really excited. I'll be live here on the channel watching it, and I hope you join here as well. Thank you for watching. See you on the next time. Okay, video made, and now let's go back to play some Pokemon Soul Silver Nuzlocke. Okay. Let me just bring the game on. Oh, it's really loud. Okay, we're good. So, we have some decisions to make here. In how we're gonna proceed the end game. Now we're gonna do blue. That's for sure. But then after that, we can do the gym remakes, the Elite Four remake in red. Yeah, it will be interesting. Let me just see. Let me just see something here real quick. Which is like the remakes, the rematches, not the remakes, sorry, of like, let's say Blaine, right? We just defeated him. What's gonna be his level? Rematch. 62. We are now at 59. Right? Yeah, 59. And blue is 60. The level cap of blue is 60. So I think, yeah, I think we do the rematches. It's pretty cool. It's gonna be 16 battles though. Are we ready? Ooh. Okay, we'll see what time and energy we have for this. It's going to be a lot of battles because then we need to do, I think, the rematch of the Elite Four and Champion and then go to Red. It's been an insane gauntlet, but first you have to do blue, chat. First you have to do blue. So let's fly out of here. Do you have a flyer? No. Gyarados should learn fly because we've seen it fly a lot of times. No, actually, it only started in Legends Arceus, right? Okay, so let's get the flyer in here. Dragonite, come on out. Oh, and let's bring our team. Nice, that's a cool team. A lot of Pokemon we can find in Johto. Typhlosion, Kingdra, the Honchkrow that evolved from a Murkrow, and the Mismagius that we find that evolved from Misdreavus, all introduced in Gen 2 and Celebi, a Gen 2 legendary. So here we go to Virid. Oh no, we have to talk with Blue here actually. There we go, Viridian Gym. It's time. Okay, now we go to Viridian, which is here. Let's check Blue's team. Here it is. Oh, wait, you have some encounters to do first. Oh, okay, because for an example, we can catch Shinx today because it's Thursday and we can use the Sino radio sound to reach Shinx. So Blue, level 60 Pidgeot, it says Ace. It's the Pidgeot you caught on the first route. Executor, Arcanine, Rhydon, Gyarados, Machamp, Pidgeot. Celebi one-shots this and one-shots that. One-shots this maybe. An electric type for Gyarados and Pidgeot. Oh, Dragon Pulse on Arcanine, that's interesting. So we can use a rock type or a ground type to take care of it. It's not difficult, it's not a hard team. Good moves though. Whirlwind on Pidgeot, he can really abuse us. Let's see what we can get the Shinx. I wanna go and get the Shinx immediately. Routes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, a bunch of routes. Did we get an encounter on Route 1? No. I don't think we did. Because we got like a Pidgeotto on Route 2. Yeah, Route 2. And I think we didn't got anything on Route 1. Oh, there was also something. Oh, it's the Badoo in Viridian Forest. Yeah, the Badoo in Viridian Forest. So let's bring a Noctowl to put them to sleep. Let's catch them. The Badoo and the Shinx. Hey, what's up, Blaze? You are here? Welcome, welcome. Just got home from school. Yeah, we were doing some reacts. We were reacting to some Pokemon leaks and what people expect for the Pokemon present tomorrow. It's gonna be crazy. What do you expect, Blaze, from Pokemon Day, Pokemon present tomorrow? Oh, Bugsy is here. We can get his number. Maybe. Oh, where do we have a Swarm today? Relicanth. Not interested? Blaze saying, I think we're gonna get a short, maybe 5-minute trailer showing us the starters, maybe even some new Pokemon, and of course the legendary, that's at least what I think. Yeah, from Gen 10. So, yeah. And do you expect more games, for an example? Or do you want some other games to appear in the Switch too? Oh, phone number. Nice. Thursdays. Oh, that's today. Can I do the rematch now? I don't think so. I think only after we beat Blue. Yeah, so it's after we beat Blue. So here we want to catch a Badoo. Let's go! It's a Badoo! And it's a female! Perfect! Nice, we can have Rose Raid now. That's really good. I'll call it Flora. Inspired on the manga I'm reading recently called Berserk. Not Berserk, called Claymore. If I could choose what game they would make, probably a new mystery dungeon, but I think they're just gonna announce Generation 10. Bro, it's gonna be a 25-minute direct. And they already did some announcements about Pokemon Unite, Fire Red and Leaf Green. So the small stuff, some of the small stuff is already out of the way. If I could choose, I will choose a Pokemon Ranger. I love Pokemon Ranger. It would be very good to have a new one. But I would love a new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon as well. I really like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I also like Pokemon Conquest, Pokken, maybe a new Pokemon Detective, Detective Pikachu. I think they already did that though. Recently. Some people were saying that there will be a new project, like a mainline game that it's not Gen 10. Let's go Route 1 and get a Shinx. And I think that's all the encounters we really want. No, can we have an encounter in Seafoam Island? I love the music of this route, it's so cool. I don't know if they were. What? If they were what? Let's get the Shinx. I think it's the only thing we can catch in here is a Shinx, actually. There we go, Shinx! With Intimidate! Nice. Almost click extrasensory. It's also a female. I have a name for it. There we go! Shinx is caught. I'll call it Leona. It's like female lion in Spanish. Or close to it. I don't know if they were planning something else, who knows. Maybe they will release a new mystery dungeon. That will be so cool. But yeah, because they will... I don't think they will take 20... Oh, I had the flare already. Oh no, the Saturn was for sleep. I don't think they will have 25 minutes just to announce Gen 10. So, we have explored everything in Kanto. Yeah. Oh no, I didn't explore Route 15, 14... Yeah, I didn't explore this southeastern part. Okay, so let's see. Route 15, any good encounters for us? Hoppip is the only thing we don't have. Wurmple? Do we want a Wurmple? Or a Hoppip? Oh, Hoppip doesn't show up at night, so we have to... Oh, we can also get the Spinarak. No, Spinarak only Heart Gold. So we could get a Whirlpool on Route 15. I mean, we need all the encounters we can have. We're gonna have a lot of battles, bro. We're gonna have a lot of battles. So we want all the encounters possible. I love the ground here in Fushia City, it's pretty cool. We go Route 15. Oh wait, we need somebody with headbutt. I almost forgot, Pokemon Day is tomorrow, it's tomorrow, yeah, bro! It's gonna be our 10th day of Pokemon month, and it's gonna be the Pokemon Day. Of course, they will also talk about Pokopia, because the game is coming out in like a week and a half, so I think they will talk about it, of course. It makes a lot of sense. Sometimes they do like concerts and music shows. I don't want that. I want 25 minutes of pure information, trailers, hints and whatnot. Marowak? Oh, but we have 3 boxes! No, this box is not full. I thought we had 3 full boxes, that would be insane. Where is my boy Marowak? Hello? Oh, there we go. Me personally, I said Pokemon Champion is gonna come out tomorrow. Yes, a lot of people were talking about that. It's gonna be Shadow Drop tomorrow, but there are 2 reasons why it doesn't make sense. First, you have a technical reason. Usually people don't like to release online games with online features at Fridays, because then if something wrong, the team needs to work over the weekend to fix it. And then there is the second reason, which is the Pokemon Champions will be the new platform for competitive Pokemon. And the new season already started, the 2026 season already started, and Worlds is in August, so releasing a new game where everybody will play competitive 6 months before Worlds is a bit strange, because they're still playing Scarlet and Violet for competitive. Let's go, let's get a Wurmple here. But it will be amazing if Pokemon Champions will be out tomorrow, you know? Okay, yeah, we're getting all the encounters now. Okay, you made some pretty good points, but I still think it's gonna Shadow Drop. Bro, I wish, like, my heart wants it to drop tomorrow, but my brain, after watching those informations, is like, bruh, no, you know, no way. But bro, if it drops tomorrow, we're gonna be playing 12 hours tomorrow, Pokemon Champions. You know, I'm afraid of one thing, Blaze, and everybody watching right now, about Pokemon Champions, is those little points that they showed you that you need to use to get Pokemon and upgrade your Pokemon. It's like, where are we getting those points? What do we need to do to play the game? Don't tell me I need to buy energy. Don't tell me I need to buy points. Just let the man dream. You are allowed to dream. Dream is free of taxes, my man. Bro, why no Pokemon showing up here? Why need... Oh, damn it. Okay. Right? Oh! He has a lot of Pokemon, this guy. Oops. I didn't want a repel. I wanted a medicine. But I was thinking about a game or a mode where Nintendo would create a system where people can have like their own gym and then you can challenge them. Also, I beat Pokemon Soul Silver and I'm playing Emerald right now. Oh, but you didn't went to Kanto, or did you? I have a special defense drop. I don't want to risk it. Ooh, it's calm minding. Hold on. Oh, ooh, 2 calm minds. Chill, Alakazam, chill. You gotta chill, bro. Oh, more headbutt. But now I have a repel on. I don't think headbutt cares about repel. We can also get, we could get a no, Hoppy only shows during the day. So, it is what it is. Okay. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We getting the final encounters in Kanto, and then we'll proceed into the end game. Blaze is saying, here's my plan. After I beat all the games, I'm gonna go back to them and beat their post game. I know it's a... Oh, okay. No, it's that's actually interesting. That's actually pretty cool. After you beat the main game of all games, you go back and you do the post game. That's pretty fun. I like that. But why no Pokemon is dropping from the headbutt? Let's burn our repel here. Oh, poor Sunkern. The weakest Pokemon in the game, I think. Oh, an Apom. A Rose Incense, that's pretty good actually. To boost the power of grass type attacks. Okay, Spinda. Get out. Volbeat, get out. And that's it. Little kid. Victory Bell. Interesting. Okay, it's out. Oh, we have Cut here. Interesting. Oh, Parasect. 4 times super weak. 4 times super weak versus flying. Holy World. It's not fighting yet. Yeah. It flinched. Nice. Ditto. Dude, there's a Ditto. That's super interesting. Hello, lady. Oh, she's taking care of the kids, I see. Okay, let's get the repel over. And then I think in these trees we will get our Wurmple. I mean, if it takes too long, I'll not get the Wurmple. It's like, it's a Wurmple, who cares? You know what I'm saying? And this repel taking long. Did I already ran out the repel and I didn't notice? This is insane. Ah, maybe it already ran out. I think it doesn't affect headbutts anyway. Anyway, my Pokemon team is Star, the Gardevoir, Godzilla the Satile, HM the Lanoon, and I can't forget Gold the Pelipper, and they have Jimmy the Lairon. Of course, HM the Lanoon, they can learn everything. Rock Smash, Surf, Cut, Strength as well maybe? Bro, these trees have no Pokemon. What do you mean? Route 15, right? Yeah. Route 15, Generation 4, Headbutt, Wurmple. What? Bro, it's not giving anything. What? Oh, there you go. Oh, and it's the Wurmple immediately. Damn. Guess you just gotta complain a lot to the game. What the hell? There you go. I'll call it May, because May from the anime had a very cool Beautifly. Hopefully it's a Beautifly and not a Dustox. I also have Voodoo Doll the Shuppet. That's a cool name. Okay, now Route 16. No, Route 14. Yeah, Route 14. We can... It's the same. Wait, it's totally the same. Quagsire, Skiploom, only during the day. Oh, Chansey! 1% for the Blissey. Well, we're gonna get it first try. Watch and learn, chat. We're gonna get Blissey first time. Pokédex number 111. 111. Route 14. So... Oh, a gauntlet. A mini gauntlet. A Zigzagoon. Oh, he survived. No way. But it flinched. Saturn is flinching, everybody. And once again, Pelipper is one of my favorite Pokemon. It's something about water types. Yeah, you love water types. One of my cousins, his favorite type was also water. Oh, Lumi got a crit, perfect. Okay, these battles are really easy. Yeah, so definitely face blue. That's why I'm getting the encounters here. Just have some Pokemon in the party. Badoo, we got the Badoo. I love Rose Raid. Such a good design. Oh, is the girl looking for a Chansey too? Because you need a lot of chance to get the Chansey. Chansey, yeah. Yeah, she's looking for a Chansey. Oh, there you go, bro. I told you. You're gonna get it first try. I don't lie, bro. I don't lie. I freaking told you. I freaking told you you're gonna get Chansey first time. There we go. Chansey. Being few in number and difficult to capture, it's said to bring happiness to the trainer who catches it. The Erg Pokemon. Chansey. What we call Chansey? Joy, from Nurse Joy. Joy Girl. One Piece as Joy Boy, we have Joy Girl. No, Blaze, I'm not gonna call it Gym Girl. Okay. Or Jamina. Jamina is cool though. Joy Girl. Oh, I have to go and grab the Chansey from the PC. No, thank you. Did I save already? Not sure. But I mean, I don't know if we're gonna use the Blissey. In Pokemon Unite is super good with Blissey. My girlfriend usually play a lot Pokemon Unite, and she is a very good Blissey support user. Let's cut through here, quite literally. Wait, I think there is a scene where Misty is here on a date or something. No, I think it's something to do with Suicune. Baba? That was a crit, well done Saturn. Squirtle! Wait, he has a 3 starters, no way. From Kanto, I mean. Yeah, he does. Interesting. How did he got the 3 starters? It's a well-balanced mix. Yes, it is, sir. What, Firo? I don't fear the Firo. Nah, Firo is weak, bro. Oh, the photographer. Yeah, take a pic, bro. Nice. Thanks. Route 13. Any good encounters on Route 13? Chat, what you think? Any good encounters or not? Route 13 with an asterisk. Sure? No. We can have a quillfish. But I need the super rod, which is on Route 12. Wait a minute. I got an... No. I was thinking in my head, I got a Nidoran female. And then Nidorina and Nidorino are different evolution lines. That's what I thought, but it's not. Because it starts on Nidoran. Nidoran can be male or female. That's the same evolution, that's the same species. So I thought we could have a Nidoking and a Nidoqueen, but no, we can't repeat the same line. So here it will be just a quillfish or a Buizel using the Sinnoh sound. Is it worth it? I don't want to fight all those guys. I want to go through here. Oh, we didn't got an encounter here on Route 11 as well. Let me check Route 11. Route 11 in Kanto, we have Magnemite, Drowsy, Hypno, Heracross, Combi, Shin... Oh! We have all those encounters but the Combi. And I don't want no Combi. You know, I don't want no Combi, my man. Okay, so we go here. Oh, actually, I think the easiest way, because here we're gonna have some trainers. I want to just go here. And go down here. Route 12. I'm pretty sure it's just a bunch of water types that we can have here, nothing special. Our Route 12 is where we can have the quillfish. As well, I think. Yeah, quillfish, Magikarp, Tentacool. Yeah. Oh, can have a Relicanth, actually. So, the one that gives us the rod, I think it's the guy in the house over here. Zatu, Future Sight. Tailwind. Oh, he has a strat. He has a strat. Oh, I can put him to sleep, lol. Oh, there you say. Water types are nothing special. No. Nothing special within the water type itself. Sorry, Blaze, I'm not saying the water type is not special. Water type is one of the best types in the game. It's the type with most Pokemon as well in the game. And for competitive purposes, it's really good. Okay, this guy gives us the super rod. Yeah. Nice. And now we're gonna fish here for a quillfish or a relicanth. It's so cool when the Pokemon behind you gives you the signal. Wait, it's going too fast. But I was able to do it on the other day. Oh my god. Here we go. And we got a Relicanth, actually. That's so funny. Relicanth can be useful. There we go. Relicanth, he's very, very old. I'll call it Jurassic. With two R's? I don't know. With two S's. Okay. And I think that's really all the encounters we can have. Wait, we still can't go to Mount Silver? I think after we beat Blue we can go to Mount Silver and get an encounter there. Or Route 28 and then Mount Silver. Already got the encounter here, we got the encounter there, and Route 6. Wait, Route 5? I don't think we got an encounter in Route 5, to be honest. Let me check what we can have on Route 5. Yeah, I didn't check Bellsprout, Meowth. We have all those encounters. We have all that. We have all those encounters. But the combi. So I don't want no combi. Okay, then we have Route 9, we got it. Route 10, we got it. Rock Tunnel, we got it. Oh, wait! I didn't went here to Route 3 and to Mount Moon. Anything worth it on Route 3? Already search. Oh, I think we got an Ekans or something on Route 3? No, Jigglypuff maybe? Oh, no, yeah, I wanted the Gulpin, but we got an Arbok or something. But I didn't got anything on Mount Moon. I didn't explore Mount Moon. Oh, we can fight a rival in there, actually. We can get Clefairy. Or a Chingling or a Bronzor. Ooh, Bronzong can be cool. I can also change the day of my game and then get an Absol or a Makuhita. But I wanted to check the items. Here we go. A Revive. I think Bronzong is more useful. It's another steel type, very defensive. I believe after you beat Blue and talk to Professor Oak, he will say there is a challenger waiting on Mount Silver and you can go there. Yeah. So it's after I beat Blue. Okay. We can also beat our rival in here. But is it after we beat Blue? No, it should be now. The level cap is 50. We are so over leveled. It's gonna be such an easy fight. Or I just do a team that it's not over level 50. I think that's gonna be cool. Let's do that. Let's fly to Pewter. Pew pew. And make a team that it's not over level 50 and we're gonna face our rival there. I think that's a cool challenge. With Sneasel, Golbat, Magneton, Alakazam, but he didn't evolve his Magneton. That's crazy. Magneton. Look at the chance. You have so many new encounters, actually. What's the nature of the Badoo? Plus special defense, not so bad. We need to empty a bit this box. Like what's really valuable and what's not. Or, wait. We just continue this being the valuable box and we move those guys there. Oh, Lantern can be useful. What about Relicanth? Is Relicanth useful? 111 defense, has good defense, and blockhead. I hate it when people see anime and immediately think it's for kids just because it's animated. Yeah, anime is not for kids. Do not show anime to your kid without you knowing first what it is. Anime is not for kids. Go ask Attack on Titan. Go even One Piece. Go ask Berserk. It's not for kids. Anime is not for kids, totally. Oh, oops. We have here Blissey plus special attack Blissey. It's very, very bulky. It can be useful. I think all these Pokemon can be useful, but the Worm Ball. Okay. So, we need a good electric or grass type. But those guys, all under level 50 though. Our team needs to be under level 50. Ooh, I don't think we have a lot of Pokemon under level 50. I think everybody here is above. Oh, Starmie? Starmie is not good for this. Lugia? There is one that I can think of that you can show to your kids. Sailor Moon, that's the only one I can think of. And maybe there's some weird things for it. We can do our Rose Raid. We still need a flyer. Oh, that's true, we lost Skarmory. I was in love with Skarmory. I was really enjoying Skarmory. I think here we're gonna have a lot of Pokemon under level 50. We could do Dodrio. We could do Nidoqueen. Ah, that's Jigglypuff. I think we got it on Route 3. Actually, we have almost no Pokemon under level 50. We'll take Lugia just because it's under level... Oh, the Heracross is also under level 50? That's good, we can take the Heracross just for fun. Or Stantler as well, just for fun. Oh, Tentacruel? No, not great. Snorlax is level 50, let's take the Snorlax. Just cuz. Oh, and the Shinx as well. I love the sound of Miss Magius. It's so cool. This is a really random team, but it's to be challenging versus our rival. Yeah, look at Lugia outside the Pokeball, bro. I love him. I love Lugia. Neptune is looking down steadily. Ah, that's so cool. Okay, let's use the program because we need to get to the Rose Raid. So take a chance to level up all the Pokemon through the program. It's way faster. Here we go. Okay, so here it's gonna be a Rose Raid. What can be the natures of Rose Raid? Oh, it was buffed. Interesting. Natural Cure or Poison Point? Yeah, it's Poison Point. Okay. Level 48, because I'm pretty sure we're going to have some trainers in there. Oh, it had a naturally okay IV stat. Randomize EVs, because we don't know. We will not have it fight. And then leveling up. Generation 4. Energy Ball. So what's the stats here? Good special defense, good special attack, good HP. So Giga Drain for recovery. It has great coverage moves like Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, of course. Sludge Bomb. Like Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, for example, a Grass Knot, Swagger. Actually, not a lot of coverage, now that I think about it. So Energy Ball. And Shadow Ball, I think. That's the Rose Raid. Pling. And maybe Spirited Away. It's a maybe because I watched it as a kid and I got traumatized. Yeah, it's too expressive. It's too strong, I think, at times on him. Lugia level 48. Let's see the level set of Lugia. Punishment, Aeroblast at 43, already has it. Hydro Pump. Can it get like... Ice Beam is good, Surf, it has Giga Drain, Thunderbolt, Thunder. Lugia has more special attack, right? Ah, actually, let's randomize EVs. He's actually still a better special attacker. I like Thunderbolt on Lugia. Oh, but Ice Beam can also hit ground type moves. Ground type attackers. Of course, Psychic instead of Extrasensory. Aeroblast stays. Thunder Bolt and Ice Beam. That's our Lugia. Heracross just levels up to level 48. Randomize the EVs. He got a lot of special attack EVs. That's funny. Heracross. Close combat at 37. So here we go. Close combat. Mega Horn at 55, so not yet. Aerial Ace. Already has it. Brick Break 2. It can learn Earthquake. It can learn Shadow Claw. Oh, Rock Slide, of course. And we need a bug type for it. Wait, he only learns Mega Horn as a bug type attack? Really? Oh, it can learn Night Slash. I'll take that. That's the Heracross set. Stantler, level 48. And Stantler is just for funsies, because we used it early game. And I want to use it again in the late game. Hypnosis. Oh, Zen Headbutt could be cool. Confuse Ray. I think... Oh, can learn Iron Tail, Solar Beam, Thunder, Earthquake, Shadow Ball. It has more attack than special attack, though. It can learn Iron Tail as well. I think Earthquake is really good. And we need a normal type attack. Stomp, that is only 65. Takedown does 90. Yeah, I think we keep Takedown. And that's our Stantler. Boom. Then the Snorlax, level 50 already. No IVs because he had no fights. Bad. Ooh, huge special defense IV. But what about the attacks of Snorlax? The Witch Lady still gives me nightmares to this day. Really? She's not the most scary to me. Like, I think the mini war part is quite scary. Ginga Impact at level 49. It already has Ginga Impact. Crunch, Rollout, and Block. It's a physical attacker, right? Of course. Yeah, 127. No, like, punches, Ice Punch and stuff. We need Body Slam, so we don't always use Giga Impact. Of course, it learns Earthquake. Let's teach it Earthquake. Ground is just really good coverage. And then lastly but not least, Luxray. Level 48. Randomize EVs. And go for the attacks. I really like Luxray, really cool Pokemon. Thunderfang, because it's a physical attacker, right? Mixed, but Thunderfang. Crunch. Iron Tail. Giga Impact. Not a lot of things he can learn, actually. cannot learn Earthquake. Funny enough. Let's go Iron Tail. And the Giga Impact as well. And that's it. Set. Oh wait, let's see. Ability Intimidate. Yeah, and that's it. There you go. Everybody leveled up. With their moves. Nice. So if I go to the bathroom, I also need to turn on my heater here. So I'll be back in a second, y'all. Welcome back, chat. I'm back. And let's go do our rival. Let's go to Mount Moon and whatnot. You already defeated all those trainers. Not this one. Nice. Clefairy? Let's go. It's so cool to be using Lugia, my favorite Pokemon. I love it. Oh, it survived. Lugia does not have a lot of special attack, to be honest. A lot of fighting trainers here. They're training their spirit here in the mountain. Near Mount Moon, makes sense. Let's go, that was a crit. Well done, Neptune. He's still about 3, right? Let's go. Fire Breather, come on in. Oh, tell me we don't need Flash. Luckily we have a Pokemon Center right next to Mount Moon, so we can bring our Starmie. Oh, we got burned, that's not good. Let's go Gojo. Gojo. Nice. So now, actually, I'll lead the head across, because I don't know when we'll meet our rival inside Mount Moon. And Heracross is the lead that I want, because he leads Sneasel. Still, I don't know how we got Sneasel, because Sneasel only caught in Mount Silver. Oh, wait, he's right here! Oh, so the fight is at the entrance. Let's go. I think it's the final fight with Silver, the rival. In this playthrough, I called him Nintendo, from Nintendo. Yeah, 6th battle. And then multi-battle with a player. In Dragon's Den. Oh, that's for Claire. So yeah, it's gonna be our last fight versus Silver here, so we can go close combat. Shadow Claw faster than Sneasel versus Boa. But close combat will annihilate, will destroy the Sneasel. Send him out of the atmosphere. And it was a crit that did so much damage, 4 times super effective close combat as a critical hit. Okay, now Golbat comes in. I don't want anything to do with that, so we go Leona. So cool to use a Lux Ray in Pokemon Soul Silver, right? Air Cutter, we tank that. It was a crit. That was a crit, really. They faster. They go for Poison Fang. Poison, unlucky. But we should one-hit knockout. He also didn't evolve his Golbat into Crobat because he has no friendship with Golbat. Oh, he survives. Maybe with Crit and Poison, we lose Leona? I want that. I think we can go Gojo safely. No poison. We have leftovers. Body slam. Oh, they go confuse Ray. Interesting. Let's go, Gojo. Strong-minded individual. Yes. Back to full HP. They bring Feraligatr. What attacks he has, Feraligatr? Waterfall, Ice Fang, Slash, and Crunch. Let's go Ginga Impact. They go Waterfall. Oh, they can flinch and we are confused. So good tactic. We have those have a chance to happen to us. Flinch and confuse. Yeah, we flinched. That was a lot of damage. Yeah, Snorlax has more special defense than defense. And the thing is, our electric type is now poisoned. Oh! But yes, Ice Fang though. Flourish should be faster. 113 speed. Lugia is faster. But, because he'll go Waterfall now. Then we take some damage. Oh, I have no berries! And then we risk the Ice Fang. Because if we hit ourselves in confusion and he crits with Waterfall, we lose Gojo. Neptune is the safest bet. But you have to be careful, we're switching too much. So we're getting low HP pulls. Gotta conserve those. Here he goes Waterfall, no problem. Lugia tanks that. We faster and we go Thunderbolt. He should survive. Lugia does not have a lot of special attack. Ooh, at half HP! They go Crunch. Okay, we chill. Okay, we chill. Feraligatr is out. He's Ace at level 50. Magneton. Gonji is a little bit confused. And Gonji is a special wall. So he comes back in. They go Thunder Wave. Okay. Nice leftovers heal. Free healing there. Earthquake. Oh, he's super chill with that. No paralysis. He's a one-hit knockout for sure. Alakazam, also a special attacker. What do we have to counter Alakazam? Oh, Lugia. But Lugia's kinda low. Because if we get paralyzed... Oh, does he have Focus Blast? No, Psychic... Oh, he has Reflect, though. Crunch should be alright. You go for a Reflect. We're not paralyzed, that's great. I don't think it kills because of the Reflect. Yeah, half HP. We heal more, which is really good. Oh! Good play. But it's free healing. And its Repel turn is going away. Not Repel, Reflect. His last Pokemon is Gengar. He can't touch the Snorlax, so I want to go Giga Impact here to guarantee the kill. Oh, special defense drop. No paralysis. Nice. Because Gengar has Shadow Ball, Confuse Ray, Curse, and Minlook. He cannot... he can through Confusion. We should switch then, before he uses Minlook. But he also can hit Stantler. We go Stantler. How did he evolve his Gengar? His Haunter, I mean. Oh, because of Gengar back. Now we locked in. One crunch will do the way. Oh, crunch is disabled. Oh, now we can't touch the Gengar because they have Levitate. Oh, true. Curse works different on them. Oh, our disable should come out soon. They took more damage than us, and we have leftovers. So, way better for us. Oh, okay, we're no longer disabled. We might lose Gojo here. Nice! Lucky, no paralysis, no confusion, we go through the Gengar. Because when I thought about Curse, when I read Curse, I thought about boosting your defense and your attack, but no, it's a Ghost type. Curse works differently there. It was a good fight. I'm glad we respect the level cap. My Pokemon are so weak it makes me frustrated. That's why he's not evolving the Magneton and the Crobat. They are getting better after each battle. They are still too weak. I need to give them more training. I know. I should take them to the Dragon's Den. See ya there, so. The exit is this way, bro. Right. The exit is here, man. Okay, now we're gonna do blue. Nobody has fly here, hold on. Let's fly to Viridian. Something about her face. Blessing. Man. Anyway, the reason I brought up this topic is because I was scrolling Netflix kids, because we all need a little whimsy every once in a while, and I saw Naruto. Ooh, Naruto, maybe it's not great for kids as well. Has some pretty harsh scenes. Okay, let's do the team for blue, chat. It's time to do. But I mean, I grew up watching those shows, and I'm okay. Okay, here we go. He leads with Executor, which Celebi... Yeah, Celebi is great for this fight. Because it also does very good into Rhydon and into Machamp. Then I was thinking Golem. No, Golem is bad for Gyarados. Oh, Golem is also really good versus... Or a rock type in general. Maybe Steel... No. Because I want... Oh! Macargo! No, because Arcanine has Dragon Pulse. Macargo doesn't have great special defense. Actually, it's 106. But Arcanine can be a good dual attacker. So the special damage would be too bad. Could go... No, Kingdra no, because of Dragon Pulse. The Gyarados has Dragon Dance. We need a fast electric type. Oh, it's... Yeah, that's the plus speed Electivire comes in. Just to take care of the Gyarados. Because that takes care of the Gyarados and the Pidgeot. And then we'll bring our own Gyarados to deal with the Arcanine. With Intimidate. Luxray also has Intimidate, and it's good versus the Gyarados and the Pidgeot, and we can come in to reduce the damage. Dragonite, always good. Very good. No. Oh, Machamp has Stone Net. That Machamp has a good... Oh, he has no guard Dynamic Punch. Celebi should be faster, but then can Celebi do the job? Celebi's special attack is 146. Alakazam at 54 is 152, so Alakazam would be stronger. Just to defeat the Machamp specifically. Fast Psychic, so we don't have to worry about Dynamic Punch confusion. Because we go Celebi will defeat the Executor, then they go Arcanine, or Pidgeot, or Gyarados. We also need some good Pokemon to switch into. Mamoswine? No, Mamoswine is not great here. I was thinking about... Because he only has one special attacker, which is Executor. So we needed a strong physical Pokemon like Golem, but it loses to Machamp and Gyarados, same as Magcargo. Steelix loses only to Machamp and Gyarados and Arcanine. Then the Machamp has Thunder Punch. So we can't really do water types. Steel types also not great. Magnezone a bit easier to... No. Machamp and Arcanine will be a problem there. Because Dragonite is always strong. We also have Kingdra, but Kingdra actually is not that bad. It's only the Arcanine that can touch it with Dragon Pulse. But we want somebody that we can switch in. Maybe we can have a designated sacker. Relicanth has a lot of defense, but goes down to Thunder Punch of Machamp. Tangrowth, Chansey. Chansey is special or physically bulky? It's special. So we could have a Wigglytuff, very bulky, but then what does Wigglytuff do in return? Right? Maybe we're just overthinking it. Maybe just Fortress goes down to Arcanine, but tanks the rest. But doesn't do much. Oh, with Payback? Maybe it does do something interesting. $174 defense. And it's gonna get even stronger. Does Alakazam knows Psychic? Yeah, Psychic Energy Ball, Hyper Beam, and Disable. Okay, great. So I think we're ready for a blow, chat. We're ready. Let's give everybody a berry. A citrus berry. And let's level them up. He has no trainers inside the gym, right? Oops. Okay, let's give levels to everybody. It's level 60, the level cap, so 59, everybody at 59 should be pretty cool. Yeah, I think Fortress is low-key the right choice. Thunder, no thank you, or Quatlo. It's cool. Gyarados, we've been using it a lot. $176 speed from Alakazam, it's insane. And we have a plus defense. Fortress is also insane. So much defense. Let's see at level 59. Double edge. Better than spikes. We could actually use spikes in this fight. Oh well, then it's too late. $194 defense for the Fortress, and it doesn't have a lot of EVs. Let's go to the last gym of Kanto. Oops, wrong building. He's asking if we're able to beat the leader. Yeah, I think so. Oh, he does have trainers. Yeah, he has the little spin challenge. Yeah, he battled the champion 3 years ago. There's no pushover, I agree. Let's start kinda random. Oops. I wanted to fight those trainers. Oh, this we go all the way back, lol. Wrong move. There we go, let's fight some trainers. Stand level 53. Interesting. Trick room. Okay. Taurus. Orkan? Oh, we're faster than the Taurus. What? Oops. So... Oh. Oh, we survive! The fire blast from the Taurus. No way! It has... Okay, okay. This thunder, bro. Oh my god. The Taurus! He was ready to rumble, bro. Fire Blast and Thunder. Really putting us in danger. And we were faster because of Trick Room. I forgot Stantler used Trick Room. That's why the Fortress was faster than the Taurus. Okay. That was kind of a warning to chill and think that normal type Pokemons, they have a big move pool. They can learn a lot of elemental attacks. But I think it's only those two trainers. Slowking. Trick Room, okay. Remember, it's up. They go for Surf. Good damage. Licky. They still on Trick Room. Is he going for an Earthquake or something like that? Yeah, I read that nicely. Ring out. Oh, they have Ice Beam! But the things changed to normal. I'm pretty sure they have Thunder too. They're going for Ice Beam. What will go here now? They're not going Earthquake. They're going Ring Out or something. We'll just take it down, no problem. Bro! Rough trainers in here. I like that. Okay, now we want to keep moving. Into the leader. Oh, there is one more guy. How do I go to that guy there? I guess I don't. Oh, team battle! I was not ready for this. Okay, focus. Double battles at this level are dangerous. Azure and Porygon. Sure? Porygon might have Ice Beam, but it boosted its attack, so I'm not afraid of special moves from Porygon. Trick Room, okay. They're all using Trick Room in this gym. Oh, that's it. They're gonna be faster though. What? 3 attack. Try attack, I mean, okay. No problem. 12,000! Thanks, bro. So, I guess we don't fight that guy back there. I don't really want to do this all again. So, let's go. You ready? Let's put everybody to level 60. Everybody still has the citrus berry. Oh no, Orkan does not. Let's give it. And I'm ready to face the last gym leader of the Soul Silver Hardcore Nuzlocke Challenge. Let's go! Yo, finally got here, huh? I wasn't in the mood at Cinnabar, but I'm now ready to battle you. You're telling me you conquered all the gyms in Johto? Hahaha. Hey, Johto's gyms are that pathetic? Hey, don't worry about it. I'll know if you're good or not by battling you right now. You also got all the gyms from Kanto. Nah, blue is cool. Executor comes out. We have Amy, Celebi the Time Fairy, Silver Weight, 4 times super effective, here we go, nice job. Now they should bring Arcanine. Yeah. Intimidate goes out here. Do they have Thunder Fang? No. So we good to switch into Gyarados. Oops. No burn, no burn. Nice. Aqua Tail. We could have Dragon Dance here actually. No, because then he can roar and we lose the buffs. Arcanine is out. We're getting smoothly through here. Rhydon. We could probably just kill it, but if we miss Aqua Tail, we lose Gyarados. Oh, but wait, he has Mega Horn. That's 4 times super effective on Emmy. Then he has Mega Horn, Stone Edge, Thunder Fang, Earthquake. So he's going for a Stone Edge right now. Can Orkan do something for us? Gyro Ball? Payback? That's why we wanted just a very bulky Pokemon. But I mean, Celebi will just be faster and kill it, right? That's a crit. It was a crit, bro. God damn. Okay, I'm glad we brought Orkan in. So I'm pretty sure he's not going for Mega Horn now. So we go Emmy. They go for Stone Edge, they miss. Perfect. And now we go Energy Ball. If this thing had Focus Sash, it would be different. But they don't, so 4 times super effective. They're going down. Pidgeot. The Ace will bring Quattl. I love using Light of Fire in Gen 4. Air Slash comes through. No problem. Thunder Punch. We faster? Yeah. Pidgeot is bulky though. It survives, yeah. It has a berry. Citrus? Okay. Return. How much damage is that? It has high friendship. Okay. We have the berry too, so we are very, very safe. And we Thunder Punch again. Nice. I really like the Crave Pidgeot though, it's really cool. Now Machamp comes in. And we can go Celebi, I think. Pretty sure they go for Dynamic Punch. Because Alakazam here, I think takes too much damage. Celebi is way more bulky, and then his last Pokemon is gonna be the Gyarados. With Return and Ice Fang. Actually, I would like to switch Mage in. I know they're going for Earthquake here, actually. Which Emmy resists, and Deamon is immune, but then they have Stone Edge for Deamon. Let's just go Emmy. Oh, wait, for Stone Edge, not Earthquake. Okay, we super chill. Psychic? I don't think this kills though. We have 4 levels above. It does. It was a crit! I don't know if it mattered, but we got it. Let's go. Last one is Gyarados. And they're going for Ice Fang. I think here we bring our own Gyarados for Intimidate. Nice. They go for Dragon. Oh. I can do that too. But then he has Return. He's intimidated, I'm not. Oh, we have Giga Impact. Oh. So now with Giga Impact. 2 Dragon Dances, Giga Impact. There we go, GG, that's the last badge of Kanto. It was a good fight, it was challenging but not very difficult. We beat Blue, and we got the Feather Badge. It's a real power of Johto. Yes, we are the real power of Johto. 9,600 coins. No way, how the heck did I lose to you? Alright, here, take this. It's an Earth Badge. Let me look for the Earth Badge. Here we go. We have 16 badges, only 2 losses on our team. TM92 is returned. Trick Room, yeah, I see. Everybody was using Trick Room. We can do already 2 rematches. Or we could save that for tomorrow. Because tomorrow we're gonna have Pokemon Day, it's gonna be only 25 minutes. And actually, I could start the stream earlier, and we do the rematches and whatnot. Oh. Going to Pallet Town? What does he have in Pallet Town for us? Already got the Master Ball. Is it a starter from Kanto? No, HM8. Oh, Rock Climb. Lol. Oh, Mount Silver, you go. It's too dangerous for your average trainer. Yeah. Ah, so the Pokemon League prohibits the entry. Because it's too dangerous. Makes sense, makes sense. Yeah, and Fortress did its job versus Blue. Took a critical hit Stone Edge from Rhydon. That was pretty nice. It was pretty neat. I really enjoyed the Electivire there as well. That's a team we're gonna take to Mount Silver. I wanted another, yeah, the Kingdra. All Johto Pokemon, or Johto, that where the evolutions come from Johto, or they from Johto themselves. Yeah, I'm gonna finish the stream here today, guys. It's already 3 hours and 14 minutes, went real fast. And tomorrow we're gonna start earlier, because we're gonna be watching Pokemon Direct at 2 p.m. So we're gonna start at midday, maybe 2 hours earlier, and then we're gonna watch some videos, do some reacts, and then we're gonna be playing our Nuzlocke. Maybe after we watch. No, after we watch the Pokemon Direct. Oh, but then no, I think I'll play something else like Pokemon Unite before the Pokemon Direct. And then after the Pokemon Direct, we play the Nuzlocke. I think that's cool. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions, and a whole bunch of individuality, creativity, and responsibility as well. Believe in yourself and in all possibilities. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch and Kick, subscribe to the channel and follow the stream as well. on Twitch. Use your Twitch Prime to subscribe for free. And I see you tomorrow. Pokemon Day tomorrow. Let's go!